They're like, oh, it's like the aroma, the pheromones that come out of the armpit that like can attract someone.
Yeah, it's true. It's like the armpits, and then another one is.
I have Lauren, the Brittany Broski Apple Dance crasher.
Do you really?
I met someone who was also pushed by the Apple Dancer standing next to Brittany Broski.
Her name is Trish, she's got the dish and all the gossip's filthy rich, pretty and pink, hot topic queen, and says what everybody thinks. She's just Trish.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Just Trish podcast. What a show. What a show it's going to be today. We have me dressed as Chappell, which I wanted to be perky and upbeat. And I'm like, I'm ready for today. But when I tell you, okay, I know I'm going to like tell you my struggle this morning. Everyone's like, oh, God, Trisha, are people dying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I have to remind myself that because honestly, I was like spiraling for no reason really, for real. But an Oscar is just couldn't be happier.
Woohoo! I am ready to go.
You were so pumped.
I am so pumped. I have my go-go juice. I feel like I could do a high kick, run a mile, 2 miles.
That's
yeah.
In less than 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, maybe like 5.
Wow.
Yeah,
You
I'm
look
like I'm really pumped.
great. You look like BOWEN Yang, and I'm kind of gagged right now.
Can I tell you, we'll get to the intro in a second, but
yeah.
Speaking of, I literally was scrolling like through Instagram, and I stopped on a photo of BOWEN Yang, and I was like, what is this photo of me? And then I was like, oh, it's BOWEN Yang.
It looks like
I was
you.
like, whoa.
And it's not just the glasses. It's kind of everything. When I watched Wicked, I thought of you. Like, he's really you. And you've accompanied him? Encompassed him. What is the word I'm looking
Embodied
for?
him?
Embodied. Is encompassed a word or no? Anyways.
It is a word.
Hooked on Phonics sponsored this. Is that still around? I loved it. I love those commercials back in the day. Sponsors of today is SeatGeek. Use code TRISH10 for 10% off. And we also have a new sponsor, Manscaped. We love Manscaped. Use code TRISH for 20% off. And guess what? If you missed Sabrina Carpenter on tour, you can see Trish. Trishmas Live starts December 5th in San Diego. Tickets are still available. And we also have a Patreon, patreon.com/JustTrish. This week we're doing a Friendsgiving. Me, Oscar, Calligator, who you all love. We're going to do Dress to Impress, Friendsgiving, and a really exciting gameplay coming up. So check it out. Me, Jimmy, and Oscar reviewed our Wire image, Getty image.
Yes, and paparazzi images.
And paparazzi.
Yes.
I was paparazzi'd a few times back in the day and I didn't even know. So, and you can tell I didn't know. Track showing and everything. So if you want bonus content, go to patreon.com/JustTrish. We do extended podcasts, bonus videos. There's a music tier where an exclusive music video is going to be dropping. I'm filming it next week thanks to Patreon. And we have a headshot tier and a producer tier. So check it out, patreon.com/JustTrish. Speaking of headshots. Oh, and Moses, hi. Sorry, I should give you an introduction too. You always are over there just crushing it.
The
Okay.
Just Trish Sexiest Man
you're
Alive.
Yay!
Moses Hoffman, everybody.
Wait, but we need to
well,
vote.
we'll
We
get
should
to
have a
that.
vote because you're also a man here at Just Trish. We can have a vote.
I vote for Moses.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Well, I have to vote for Moses, so you win.
I
Okay.
have no choice but win. I
Yay.
can do my mug since I'm here.
Okay, Mug Cam. That's your intro that you want? Is your mug? I thought you were going to say something.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I don't know if you happy holidays or something. I don't know. Let's keep
I'm in the
it.
spirit. I love Christmas.
Okay.
So,
Tea,
Are we
period. No, it's gone. It's done. You missed your
Oh.
chance to get it. So
Can't get
that's
this.
what you could get is this headshot. Maybe. We'll see if you'll get it. So this morning, it was my headshot day, and I was super excited. My last Chappell look crushed. Everyone loved the pink Statue of Liberty. It was our most popular headshot tier month ever. People were like, I need this photo. They were gagged for it. So I was like, oh my God, yes, I have another. We were so excited. The minute we saw this look, I was like, me and Oscar. Like, that
Yes.
looked like us, them holding hands at the end of SNL.
Yes, with the little like giggle
Oh,
too.
yeah. And it's like, what was it, like women's rights or women's world or something? What did he put on it? Like women's something. And I loved it. It was like flowers. We need to do that. Like put the little pink flowers around
Yes.
it. It was great. He goes by Faye Dunaway on Instagram. I don't know why. Every time I see that, I think of like actual Faye Dunaway.
Me
and I'm
too.
like, oh,
I don't
okay.
know the lore there, but I'm sure there is
I'm
certainly
sure
lore.
there's lore there.
Yeah.
And we're gonna take cute photos. And I was like, okay, great, yes, I'm so excited. Took a while to get glam, got the outfit. I had to wait for the nails, like the wig. The wig, shout out Ghastly Wigs, is actually the person who made Chappell's wig. Like, it was just like, it was a slay. It was gonna be a slay day. I was so excited for this cosplay. And then I booked a photographer. And don't give any hate to this photographer. I've never used this photographer. It's a new photographer. Do not give any hate to it. Obviously, I'm not going to say who this person is, obviously, because it doesn't matter. But I hired a photographer that I've never used before. And it's not that my other photographers were available. I was just like, oh, I really want to use this person. And unfortunately, this person showed up and forgot their camera. I mean, it happens.
It happens.
I know it's nothing bad. It's just
And you're far too, so it makes
I'm
it hard.
far,
Yeah.
and so it's totally fine. But then me, I spiral a little bit. I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna have a headshot of the month because I don't have a good look for next week. Like next week, I was just gonna wear like cute little merch, and I was like, well, that can't be a headshot. I was like, this is the headshot. So, but the person was sweet and like took an iPhone photo. But then I saw the iPhone and it triggered me more. Like he sent the photo to me, and I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I never see photos until they're like retouched, done, like beautiful, perfect. And then I was like, okay, and it's fine. I know I look like that. It's totally fine. Again, no one's
but
fault.
an iPhone camera is kind of an op. That's why, like, I didn't even care to get the best camera or whatever on the new phone. I was like, I'm gonna get the basic iPhone and get a nice digital camera because I don't trust the iPhone anymore. It makes you look just not the best.
It's the devil amongst us.
Yeah, the iPhone camera is the devil amongst us.
I was
yes.
like wrinkly. I'm like, I don't know if it's just these lights that blow me out. And I look
We
so
should
good, but I was
compare
like,
at the end your little camera to that camera. And
yeah.
those cameras really do. Every single person has a digital camera now. Do you have the thing where you can plug it right into your iPhone?
Yes. It's a game changer.
Okay,
Yeah.
I gotta get one because I've always loved digital cameras. I've always used them. I always thought they were great. And after seeing myself on an iPhone today, I was like, whoo! I was like, oh my god, I look very scary. I looked honestly dead. That's what I looked.
Your makeup is a little bit pale.
But it
Just a little pale.
I'm just saying if you think about being there.
Just a little.
I just was spiraling, and you just like, and it's so silly. Like I started to like cry a little bit because this person was taking it with the iPhone, and I'm like, you know what? I think I gotta go because I just like could feel myself. It was so weird. The only time I've ever been like that too was 3 months postpartum with Malibu, and we were doing like Christmas cards, and I just started like sobbing because I like hated my hair because it didn't have extensions in it, and I know how like stupid you like seem in the moment that you can't get it together, and I don't know what it is. Like tears just start flowing, and I was like, let me just leave, and it's like. Obviously, there's like way more important things in the world, but that's where I was. I did get a flight of pink velvet crumble cookies today.
Oh, wow.
It was the cake. Have you tried the cakes?
No.
Oh my god. Well, we should go get one. I have 4 up there, so I already ate one. We can bring some down for you guys to try. They're so good. They're like pink velvet. It's like a light red velvet. It's really, really good.
Wow.
So that did make me happy. So shout out Crumble. Yeah. So that was my morning. Let's hear about your morning. It's honestly fine. Like saying it, I do sound so dumb. Like and literally, you guys are like, it's fine. I'm like, you're right. It is fine. But also, but more of that story. Oh. Flip side. So I do have 2 other photographers who I like use all the time, and I literally was like Isaiah, who you guys have seen, who I love so much. And I love Isaiah. He doesn't usually do my headshots, but he'll do like a lot of other things. Like there's different styles of different things for people or whatever. And so I text Isaiah. I was like, is there any chance you can come today? And he's like, oh, I'm up in San Francisco. I can get to you in 6 hours. I'm like, it's fine.
Oh my God,
because he's
that's
like
so
visiting
sweet.
family. Yeah. He's like, I can get there in 6 hours. And I know it's okay. And then Irma is my other photographer. So there is a point in the middle of this that she's going to come, and she's very, very quick to take photos. So you might get a headshot of this. Maybe not. Maybe I just look like the Crypt Keeper and that's just how I look. But Irma is a retouch queen. So I know I'm going to look snatched at it. And we'll get our BOWEN Yang and CHAPPELL photo. Because it's just like, it was just like 2 cosplays today. You know, it's like mine and yours together. And it just... Yeah. Anyways, okay. That's enough about it. Also, not sponsored, but yes. Did you try it already?
No. First impression.
7 Up, Shirley Temple, 0 sugar. Oh, wow.
That is good.
Oh my god, I love this so much. I first tried it, I was like, okay, it's not a Sprite cranberry, but I actually like it better.
No, it's really good.
Okay, this is kind of everything. It's pomegranate and cherry soda and 0 sugar. How does it get to be 0 sugar?
Just probably chemicals and stuff, but that's okay.
I love a chemical moment. My chemical diet. Is it chemicals? That's crazy.
I'm sure there's something
Should we say
in
allegedly
there.
so we won't get sued?
That's true. An alleged chemical, I
Because I was
suppose.
like, how do they make it non-fat? It tastes so good.
I don't... There's got to be something in there, but I
Okay.
just like... I don't really ask many questions. I kind of just...
Yeah, we need to not do that
Yeah.
ever. Ask me
Sometimes
questions.
the less you know, the better. You know what I
It's
mean?
so true. I wish you could see your full outfit. This is such a cute. You look so cute. It does look like Taylor Swift. Now that you're saying it, I was like, ooh, it does kind of give Taylor
Yeah,
Swift.
it does give like Eras Tour, like the opening, the Lovers era, when there's the clouds and they're waving the flags around. It really does give that. Now I'm like, damn, I really should go to Canada or something. 'Cause
Is it still happening?
I think she has one more weekend left, and then that's it. Then it's over.
You need to go. Why, are you not going to?
Well, I don't even have a passport, so I don't think I can go
What?
regardless.
You've never had one?
No, never. I've only been to Mexico when I was little, but other than that,
How did you get there without a passport?
I don't know. I was so
Wow.
little.
Okay.
Smuggled across the border. I have no
Little
idea.
suitcase action. Okay. Not asking questions,
Not
honestly.
asking questions
Yeah. And the top is giving very. I didn't even realize what it. Wait, is it leather jacket or is it like?
That is a good
Yeah.
question.
What is it?
Yeah, it's like a person. There's no head, but the hands.
It reminds
It's like a punk rock.
Okay.
like one of those like t-shirts that have the outfit on it almost. You know, they have
Oh.
like,
Yeah.
you know,
Just
they have
small.
bikinis. Yes. Kind of live.
I love it. It's very, you know what? And it's not that like expensive. I would think it was like a bougie outfit. It's like Revolve and like Pleasures, I think is the name of the shirt.
Wow.
But thanks to the people on Instagram, I always ask, where can I get this? And people are so sweet. On Twitter, they'll be like, Google it. But Instagram, they give you that exact link. So thank you guys for this. We found the outfit. You look good. You look like Bowen Yang. That's crazy. I love him.
I'm gonna channel Bowen today, which I don't think is that difficult. I mean, he's funnier, but he's, you know, gay, so I have half of it.
It's me and Chappell. I was like, oh, she has a vagina, so do I. So we're halfway there, I guess.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. I love him. He's my new hyperfixation, I think. I think I'm really obsessed.
Yeah, I do love Bowen Yang so much. I'm so excited to see him in Wicked.
I feel like once you see him in Wicked too, you're gonna
it'll
become
really
like
seal the deal.
That's how I felt. I saw him and I was like, he's so funny. But I feel like you didn't really get his funny because we saw it in a really big theater with lots of people, so the laughter and the applause was like so big. But his like lines are so quick and like, you know, they're so good. So I think you'll be more obsessed. I love that you're on the Wicked bandwagon.
I texted Trisha the other day and I was like, the Wicked hyperfixation like hit, and it hit me like a brain blast or something. All of a sudden I was like, I love Wicked, and I haven't even seen it. I think it's literally because I edited like 12 videos from their junket for my other job last week, and I like loved every single one I made because they're just so cute. Like all of them are so cute. And then all these little clips now that they started to tease, I keep saying. And again, like I've never seen the musical, but I love all the songs. I love the choreography. Like Ariana is fully, every hair flip she does, I'm like, yes, this is so good.
The choreography that's going around now that's viral on TikTok is the one with like the books.
Yes.
With, like, with Bowen behind
yes.
her. I'm doing that. I'm in dance rehearsals all this week for Trish Miss Live. And I was like, literally, I was like, can we have all the dancers just behind me doing this? Because
So
I really want to do
good.
it. Yeah. So I'm so happy you're on the bandwagon. We're trying to go to Universal. Look, I also tweeted this and everyone's like, oh my God, buy a ticket. It wasn't about buying a ticket. I can buy a ticket, obviously. It was just more like, hey, is there like an experience we can have that doesn't involve going into Universal? Because it's not about the money for me. It's more about like just the hassle going into the park. Like it is like a whole thing.
Because they have at Universal Studios in LA, they have a Wicked like cafe. And then there's Universal City Walk, which is like connected to the park, but it's not the
Right.
park. And they have little experiences in there. Like there's one of the Universal shops is like the Shiz store.
Ooh.
And there's like other little there's like a Wicked milkshake at one of the places. So they have like little spots, but inside Universal Studios, there's a whole cafe that they have a
funnel
whole
cake.
Wicked menu. Yeah, and like a corn dog and stuff.
Flatbread.
It is, I'm pretty sure, like right when you enter the park at least. So you don't have to go deep. You literally, it's just like the one closest to the entrance. So there's that. So at least if we do it, we just walk right through the gates into the cafe and then out. You know, we don't have to go
Really?
deep into it. Yeah.
I didn't know there was a restaurant when you walk in because I thought it was all those like shops. Like I
It's
didn't know.
one like right by the
Oh.
entrance. There's like this one little cafe. I saw it. I didn't see it. I walked past it at Horror Nights, and it had like spooky treats. So I think that's like the seasonal one. They kind of like
It's not there all the time.
it's there all the time, but I think they revised the menu for like the seasonal things.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because I've never seen it. Because I know it's like the Simpsons world has a lot of like food in that area, and then there's like Jurassic Park has
yeah.
it.
It's like it's like a little cafeteria style restaurant, like right towards the entrance. I believe it's that one. I'm like 90% sure.
I want to go.
And yeah, they have a whole Wicked menu, and it all looks good. I literally want all the Wicked experiences.
I love
now.
it. I love it.
It
I know.
really hit me. It
we have
really
to do
hit.
that. We have to go get the Wicked buckets. There's just like so much stuff. I feel like I want to do it like after you see Wicked, so we can
Yeah.
like discuss.
Even my boyfriend, who is like literally doesn't even like musicals either, like the other day he was like, I'm so sad, I want to see Wicked right now. And I was like, well, it's not in theaters yet. He's like,
Oh.
I know, but I want to see it today. And I was like, it's really hitting.
Same. I've been seeing everyone like Rem Beauty did a screening for like
Yeah.
influencers. I've been seeing so many people go to screenings, and I was like, I want to go to another screening so bad. Like everyone's been doing these like VIP screenings of Wicked. I want to too.
But I want the real I think it's in Dolby because
Yeah.
Gladiator has IMAX. But I want like the Dolby experience. I want like the Nicole Kidman AMC
Yes.
moment. I want that for Wicked.
Magic.
Yes.
It is. I kind of do too. I kind of want to go in like theaters too, just like see it. Because I seen it in like the smallest. It was at the bungalows, and it's like literally like 20 people room. And then I seen it at the big one, like thousands of people there. And then now I want to just go to like our regular
You
theater.
need like the big seats.
Yeah.
With like the big speakers.
That's what we missed at ours because it wasn't like surround sound, so we
Yes.
didn't get that. And so I'm excited too. We got our tickets. I'm going this weekend, and then I'm gonna go again over Christmas break. I decided because I literally don't have a date in between now until Christmas break. So I'm like, oh, I'll go again in Christmas break time.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll probably see it multiple times too. Right now, I have it for the 21st on Thursday, so a tiny bit early.
People are gonna go find you now.
Go for it. I don't know. Yeah, I'll be there.
You're like AMC spokesperson.
I
You
do
like love AMC.
I love AMC.
And Gladiator comes out this weekend.
Yeah, it's the whole Glicked weekend. I think I'm abstaining from Gladiator.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not really giving me the vibe. I thought I'd be more excited for it, but it's not really hitting the way that
Nothing.
Glicked is hitting.
There's no promotion. Also, a little homophobic, cutting a gay kiss or
Yeah.
bisexual kiss. I don't know.
Denzel Washington said he had a kiss with a guy in the movie that got cut from the final product, I guess. I don't know.
Like, why would you cut that? That's so weird. That seems like such like a monumental part of any film these days, right? Is like, which like it's crazy that it's like so like wow, but like a same-sex kiss in a movie like as big as Gladiator, like that seems like a pretty big movement, and especially back in that day, all the guys were hooking up. Yeah. So
also, I love that this is where I learned it, but I think it was it here with Jeff Wittick, shout out. It was like telling us all about like, back in the Roman days, they were all the guys. Maybe he tweeted it, but I think we asked him about it when we interviewed him. It was when we explored his gay side,
Oh, yes.
And he was like, back in the Roman days, they were very gay, and like the guys would hook up with each other. So shout out Jeff for teaching me Roman history. So
that makes sense. That actually makes sense because
what else are you gonna do?
Like, just in general, if you're just around a bunch of men, is gladiators, are they like in a like military, or are they just like performers? I don't really know.
I don't really know either. I think they'd like perform, I think, because it's like the big show. Like they're in the arena or whatever. My like context of Roman history is Jeff Wittick and then the Pepsi, Beyonce, Britney, Pink Gladiator commercial.
The We Will Rock You.
That's all I got as far as Roman context.
I thought there was like a big horse that they pulled into a town. That's what I think of.
Oh my
That's
God. The Trojan horse.
So are they gladiators?
No, that's different. The gladiators now would be like UFC.
Oh, so they're
Mike
performers.
Tyson, it's like a
Jake Paul.
people.
Jake Paul.
Which also, Mike Tyson. He kisses everyone. Like they kiss. Like men kiss in those events and things.
He kissed him? I didn't see that.
I think it's like a sometimes it's like a power move. It's like a.
To kiss him? I've never seen that. Are you just making that up and being funny? I'm like,
there's definitely.
okay.
I've seen.
See, I never knew. Did you know?
I didn't know, but I believe it.
Yeah, I believe it, I guess too. That's a power move.
I did see like the press conference before Mike Tyson and Jake Paul like fought, and that was weird. I don't know. That's a whole thing that I guess we'll get into at some point. But it was like Jake Paul's like, I want to kiss Mike Tyson's big juicy lips, and then Mike Tyson and this is literally on the Netflix like press conference replied, "That's funny, Jake, because I saw a video of you dancing when you were 16 and I got an erection." And I was like, wait, what is going on here? This seems odd.
Yeah, it seems.
Look at.
Is that real?
Oh wow, that is intimate.
Wow, looks like Gladiator. I have to go see the movie.
There you go.
That's crazy. Okay. Wow, I love that you know that. That's so rare.
Yeah.
I didn't see that anywhere.
It was against my will.
Hi, everything about the Jake Paul fight is against my will for sure. Everyone's just like, "Are you gonna watch it?" I was like, I'd literally rather do like literally anything besides watch that.
Can I tell you? I was at a Friendsgiving on Friday night, and there was, it was Anna Collins, Petra's sister. She had a little Friendsgiving.
Cute.
There was one straight man in attendance who like demanded to put on the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. And he kind of took the Apple TV remote and put it on.
Who complied to that?
He just kind of took it. He like interrupted karaoke. Like we were performing karaoke.
Oh my God,
and it was like,
cute.
yes, it was very girly and gay. And then the one straight man put it on. And like, so it was interesting. It was on. I was like, I kept going from like talking to the girls and looking at the screen.
You
and
were watching?
All of a sudden it was over so fast. I was like, damn, like what is going on here?
I would have closed my eyes.
It was like, I was kind of intrigued, I guess, because I was like, what is the big hype? Like, why is everyone so stoked for this? Like, this is literally what people have been talking about, like, all year long, I think.
How quick was it? How quick is the fight?
I think it was like, what was it? It was like 8 2-minute rounds, like 20 minutes total, maybe? It was short.
And how much money did they get paid?
There's not like an exact number. Jake Paul said he made around 40 million, but then a friend of Mike Tyson's said he made 20 million. So I guess the number's in between 20 million and 40 million.
Thank you so much to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. We love SeatGeek so much. You guys love SeatGeek so much. They gave us a new special offer with the code TRISH10. You can get 10% off every time you use SeatGeek. It used to be for like new users, first-time buyers. Now it's for everybody. So open up your SeatGeek app right now and put in the code TRISH10 to make sure you get that 10% off all your orders. If you're new to SeatGeek or unfamiliar or you just want a little refresher, let me break it down for you. SeatGeek gathers all the seats across the internet and finds you the best deals or the best seats in your area. And it's super fun to browse SeatGeek. So if you're just bored on a weekend to see who's in town, or you're seeing everyone on Instagram and you're like, oh my God, I forgot Sabrina Carpenter was in town, go on to SeatGeek and they'll have some really great deals for you guys. I love SeatGeek. It's really easy to use. They have really great customer service. The prices are right. And it's just a really fun time. So if you're looking for a very special date night or even a gift for the holiday season, I highly recommend downloading SeatGeek today. And thank you so much, SeatGeek, for sponsoring. SeatGeek is good for all events, whether you like sporting, theater, or music. SeatGeek has something for everyone. Thank you so much, SeatGeek. We love that you sponsor this, and we love that you love our viewers so much. So use that code TRISH10 to get 10% off your SeatGeek orders today.
For this like very short fight. And I don't know, they talk so much like, I'm gonna K-word you. Like, you know, they made it sound like it would be like Hunger Games, like Gladiator, I guess.
Yeah.
And then it was like it was very soft, I guess. I don't know. It wasn't as intense as
scripted. I heard it was fake. Someone had the script. Did Jeff say? Jeff, I think, was the one I saw. I was like, oh, I saw the script. I was like, what? Okay.
I have no idea. I don't know what the tea is there. I guess people were saying like Jake was like scripted to win or something, allegedly, because he didn't like KO Mike Tyson. It was all kind of like, I don't know. It wasn't as like intense or whatever. And obviously like Mike is an older gentleman and has health issues, so
I was like, I don't think any of this is fair. No matter how good of a fighter somebody was, like your body just deteriorates when you get older. There's no way. And Jake is like young.
Yeah, and I was kind of just like team nobody, I guess. I mean, they're good athletes, but in my opinion, not like the best people in the world. So I was like, I don't really care.
I don't get true. I don't want to knock it. I just want to normalize not caring about it because everybody seemed to care about it. And I was just like,
60 million viewers, like 60 million households, and like a lot of people had parties. So that's like it's bigger than like the Super Bowl. Isn't that crazy?
I don't know. I'm so perplexed by all of that. I'm so perplexed. That's why sometimes I feel like I'm living in a simulation because I'm like, what? Like how? I don't know. I can understand the Super Bowl. Like I can understand that. I just don't really understand boxing.
That's how I know I'm in like a gay bubble, and I'm like, let me just kind of stay here because to me, I'm like, who's watching this? And then it's like most of the world.
Yeah. Same. I know. We get the most hate ever on this episode. Trish, are athletes. They train hard. It's a show. It's like, okay, sorry, you're right.
I do respect the athleticism though, because they do train so hard, and you have to like. I can't even imagine how hard you have to work to get in that shape and to be able to do that. Like, that's impressive. I think any athlete is impressive.
Or even Mike Tyson being, not only is he older doing that, but also because he was the champion, the heavyweight champ for like so long. That's like the only boxer I know is Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? I couldn't tell you anyone else. And my friend Jeff, who wrote Thanksgiving, love him, best friend. He is obsessed with Mike Tyson. Like he's always been obsessed. Yeah. So like my whole friendship of knowing him, like 18 years, he just talks about Mike Tyson, how much he loves him, how great he is. So I know so much about him through him. So I know he's like really like amazing and has won like every single. He's always like, I don't know what the word is, beat his opponents or whatever. So the fact that you can be that legend and still do this knowing, I guess he knew he was going to lose. I mean, I don't know. What did he say? He was going to support his family or something with the money? Is that what you said? Or no, am I just making that up? You said something like, oh, was it my mom? It was my mom.
No,
Someone was being like,
he
said.
Just allegedly owes money. Like.
Don't we all?
It's like when old rock stars go on tour, after years of not being on tour.
Those taxes got us. It happens. I always thought as a kid when they would say like Michael Jackson was broke and stuff like that, I was like, how? Like, you have all this money and like you have like private jets and stuff like that. But a lot of people do. A lot of people like, I guess the more money you make, the more you spend, But they said Michael Jackson didn't have. Hugh Hefner too, I think, was another one that was like bankrupt when he died or something like that. Elvis too. Well, according to the movie is what we learned. I don't know any of this, but a lot of people said they go broke because probably you spend a lot, you think you make a lot, but then just realizing the overhead of all of it and taxes and all that stuff like that just means a lot of it. Anyways, no harm, no shame in owing money. I would do it too. I'd be like, honestly, I would fight anyone for $20 million.
Honestly, especially if it was like not that intense, because like the Mike and Jake ones seemed like, I could probably take I would obviously it would hurt. Yeah, but I'm like, I could probably take that for 20 million.
Oh, they
But
punch him in
then-
the face?
Yeah, but then the
Oh.
girls who fought, like one, I think they were really going at it because she split her
Oh.
eyebrow and like literally you could see the cut and it was like open. And I was like, I couldn't do that. But like the Jake and Mike one seemed like, I think Jake was holding back for either scripted or moral reasons or whatever. So I could take like, that kind of fight, but
You know what? I take it back. I'm not going to. That sounds crazy, actually. Like, that's what I'm saying. When you like break it down like that, I'm like, oh yeah, I would do that. But I was like, I don't know. Getting like hit in the head.
I would take a fake one. I couldn't take a real, like,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I could do that for 20. I really don't. I think I'd rather just be like in a smaller, like just
Olivia.
Yeah, like something else, like just like lower my living standards. That's crazy.
Fair. That really is fair.
But Mike's probably like so used to it, and
Yeah.
like Jake Paul too. So
Yeah, and he said Jake purposely didn't want to like KO him because he's like, I don't want to hurt someone who didn't need to be hurt, is what Jake said. So
wow, nice guy.
yeah.
I will say of both the Paul brothers, I think my experiences with Jake have always been he comes across more sincere as a real person in real life. I don't know, his like character persona seems weird, but I think you know him, right? You met him in real life. You interviewed him.
I interviewed him. He was fine, like just nice and not like I don't think.
But was he in a character mode when you
No,
interviewed
he
him?
was very much like. I don't know, like chill, like yeah. And even like in interviews about like when he's solo doing interviews about the boxing, like before it started, he seemed very just like chill. He was like, honestly, I just want to inspire like young people to get into the sport. So I think this is what it's gonna do. So
okay. He's
fair
changing
enough,
my mind.
I guess.
I love it. I'm glad people are into it.
I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I like him. I remember going to his house and he had like a private chef and he's like, "Do you want some food? We'll make you a plate to take home." I was like, "Wow, that's so nice."
He seems like he seems a little problematic, I suppose, but I guess could be worse. I don't know.
Like Logan Paul to me, like I met him, he was nice, he was fine, like whatever. He wasn't giving like overly nice like Jake, but Logan seems a little bit more like maybe not like if I had a bet, like not as nice of a person as Jake in real life. Like he seems a little more into himself. You know what I mean?
I think so.
And not about like other people. I don't know. That's just I just saw something Logan like holding his baby, like screaming, cursing at the TV or something. I don't know. And I was like, can we just not curse in front of the baby? No judgment, but also when you put your baby out there, I mean, like me too. It's like your open judgment. I wouldn't put a video of me with my baby like screaming.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy, but. I judge him a little bit, but I like Jake. I'm into it now. Maybe I'll watch it.
I don't know.
Next fight. I'm in it.
Yeah, I mean, they made the money. Netflix got a lot of viewers. Everyone made money off of it, so I guess. But it's like whatever. And I guess the big thing was like Mike Tyson like literally showed his like butt on screen too, and everyone like kind of ran away with that because he was doing an interview like in the locker room, I guess, wearing a jock strap, and then he walked away, and then the camera didn't pan up, so you could like see his butt as he walked away.
Oh, on purpose?
I don't know if it was shown on.
No,
I think it's everything is on
I don't
purpose.
think he cares,
you said
right?
yes?
Yeah, everything is on purpose. with that.
You said no?
I don't know. I don't think he like Mike Tyson cared. Like obviously he did an interview on camera wearing only a jock strap, so like I feel like he was like degaff, but
He gets the OF money. He gets like 20 million to do OF.
honestly,
Yeah.
And
that's
it was
probably
his
next.
son. It was his son that interviewed him.
Oh, that's what it was because he did say "love you." I was like, oh, that's
Yeah,
weird.
because he was like, "Love you," and gave him a kiss and walked away.
I kind of like Mike Tyson. I want him on the podcast. Oh, is he bad? I actually have no idea. I just know my friend loves him, but I don't know. He's also old, so I don't know. Okay, we don't want him on the podcast. I don't want any straight man on the podcast, to be honest. Men in general. I mean, you're fine, but every other man, no. Maybe Bowen Yang.
Oh, that does remind me. I did see Matt Rogers last night at the Sabrina Carpenter.
I didn't even know
concert.
you were going. First of all, I didn't know Sabrina. I thought Sabrina already happened. So everyone's like at Sabrina Carpenter this weekend, and I was like, wait, I thought she already happened. I'm so excited to hear about this.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I honestly forgot that it was this weekend until I got a text like 2 days before. It was like reminder Sabrina Carpenter. I was like, oh damn, it's like this weekend. But yeah, I was like, I got there. I was kind of stressed because like I felt like I was really late. And it turns out Sabrina was running late actually, so I was kind of early, but I didn't get there till like 7:30, I guess. And then I got to the pit and then I looked over to my side and I was like, that guy looks so familiar. And then my boyfriend Darian was like, oh, isn't that Ariana's friend? And I was like, oh, is it Matt Rogers? He's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, Trish really wants to go on Last Culture Recess. I should go tell him. And then he's like, yeah, this is your shot. Like, go right now, tell him. I was like, Jesus.
Oh my God, I love that. And did you?
No.
Why? I feel like that would have been the moment.
What do I say?
Trisha wants to be on Last Culture Recess. I would have literally been so excited. You should have Darren film.
I was like, he was really trying to push me to go, and then Matt Rogers walked away, then came back, and then like. Also kind of humble to be like in the pit and like the GA. I was like, wow, that's kind of fierce.
That's what I was asking, because I was like, okay, because we saw everyone get those like box suites, which I didn't even know was a thing until you went. I was like, I didn't know box suites were one cool and two like private and then chicken fingers, but everyone and their mamas had VIP chicken tender suites at Sabrina Carpenter. Alexis Oakley went. Remy and Alicia had their own with like Two-Face or something. I was like, first of all, how do you get these little boxes?
You can like buy them, I suppose.
Like how much are they?
I forget. I remember for like Sophie, whatever, for like the Eras tour, I think it was like 10,000, I want to say, but it's like I think you can put like 20 people in there or something. So I remember people were like trying to organize it because it ended up kind of being cheaper to get a box than like get, you know, tickets to the Eras tour because Eras tour was so expensive. So I don't think it's too bad if you get like enough people.
How many boxes are there?
I actually have no
Must be a
idea.
lot.
And all the venues are different. So the night one for Sabrina was at the Crypto Arena, which is where like the Lakers play or whatever, I think. And then her last two nights are at the Forum, so different venues.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's weird. I wonder why.
I think just because of like availability, basically. But yeah, Matt Rogers was there next to me. I didn't talk to him. I was kind of intimidated, but
wait, really? You didn't even say hi?
No. I like looked over. I pretend to not know anyone because then all of a sudden, so he was next to me. Then I was in the pit, and then like right above me was like all of a sudden Katy Perry is there, and everyone
in the pit?
Not the pit, like right above in like the actual like VIP like celebrity section.
So the boxes are not the VIP celebrity section.
At the Forum it's different. They don't have like the real boxes where like you're very separate, you know. They have like rooms in the back, like little suites, but then for the seats you have to like walk out and you're kind of like in the public. It's like sectioned off and there's security and stuff, so not like everyone can walk up to you.
Did you ask her to come on the podcast?
No, I should have, but she was like kind of high up. Like I was on the ground floor and she was like right above, you know.
Okay.
So like kind of like that.
I would want to be in the pit.
I like the pit personally.
To be that close because you're so close to the person, right?
Yeah,
I need to be in the pit to see. Like to be in one of those boxes, I'm like, what are you looking at, a little ant on stage? Like it doesn't seem that fun to me.
It is like hard. Usually the pits, like for Olivia Rodrigo, it was like there's more room. The Sabrina one was pretty packed, I will say.
Wow. Like a mosh.
Yeah, it was a little bit more tight, but I don't know. I like being closer.
Are you sitting or standing the whole time?
Standing.
The whole
time.
time.
That is the hard part. Yeah, there's no seats.
That's crazy.
So that part is rough. But yeah, the Katie was there, and all of a sudden, I only know this because like the people around me were like eagle eyes. Like it was like they were on Diva Watch. You know what I mean?
They
like,
just told you they're like that person's there. That person's
literally,
there.
Because they would take out their iPhones and zoom in like times 20, and then scan the audience. So they found Katy Perry, and then all of a sudden they like look across. And there's like, oh, it's James Charles. James Charles was there across from like again like kind of in the above us, you know, so not the pit, whatever, like in the seat. And then his line, it was like a James Charles meet and greet at the Short and Sweet tour. Yeah, the line to meet him was long. The girls said he was with Addison Rae, but looking back, I don't think it was Addison Rae.
It doesn't make sense.
It made no sense, but they were like, I think it was just a brunette girl that was next to James, and all the girls and gays next to me were like, it's Addison Rae, it's Addison Rae. But I think they cited.
James has a big fan base.
He really does.
It is crazy. I mean, you know, good for him, I guess.
Yeah, and then behind me, who else came out? Oh, Hailey Bieber and Kendall Jenner came.
Why do you say it like that? You're like, oh. You hated seeing that. Oh,
no,
you don't like Kendall?
I have mixed feelings. I don't know. I hate to be a hater. I used to be a Hailey Bieber hater, but I'm kind of like, she got so much hate that I'm like, the hate train was too fierce that I'm like, I'm taking my, foot off the pedal.
Right.
I'm not going to steer the hate train anymore.
That's good.
Because she got so much hate.
Sometimes you have to let up. When people are getting a lot of hate, like, okay, they're getting enough.
And it
it's
goes
fine.
too
They
far.
get it. Yeah.
And like she's a mother now. And I feel like she really minds her business, all things considered.
Right.
And, Road Beauty it's fierce. I like the case with the lip gloss. I think that's fierce.
I love it too.
I like
Looks
the
like
whole
a little
vibe.
hot dog.
Yes.
Yeah. It's cute.
Kendall...
Was she giving an outfit? Was she serving
This
look?
is my issue. Okay, they can't, like, Hailey was wearing all brown and Kendall was wearing all black. And I'm like, I get that you're famous and this is just another night for you. Like, everyone got so dressed up. But it's like, they pay so much money. It's like a big thing for them to come to this concert, right?
Yeah.
And I get that you're famous and it's like, whatever. But you know there's a theme. You know there's a
Yeah.
dress code. Put on a pastel. Put on a baby blue. Put on a baby pink. Put on some
Wait,
yellow.
is there a dress code?
Her official fan account posts this like guide, like how to dress with a short and sweet tour. And it's like, you know, the boots and the pastels.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well,
so it's,
maybe they
like,
didn't
glitter.
know. They didn't read the flyer. I saw
But
that on
it's
Modern
like
Family.
her vibe, you know, like Sabrina's vibe is all like, you know, cutesy. It's very coquette. Like,
Got it.
and these girls just show up like it's
No
just
brown.
It was all dark brown and then black. Like it was as if, you know, they're just going to get dinner or something. I'm like, I get that you're so famous and stuff, but dress up, girls. Like,
was Katy Perry dressed?
Katy Perry was dressed. She was giving. Her hair was giving. She was in like a. I couldn't really tell exactly what it was, but it was blue and sparkly, and she looked great. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I feel like I would go and not dress up.
I feel like you don't have to get all dressed up, but at least wear a little.
something?
Yes, put on pink. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Wear something.
But do
that's
I
a
do
little
that
sparkle?
just at Sabrina, or if I like go see My Chemical Romance, I gotta go do that too?
I think whatever event you're going to, put a little something into
like
it.
get
Yeah,
glam?
a little. I don't think you don't have to go full out. I just think, you know, dress to the theme a little bit.
Like an
you know
outfit.
what I mean? Yeah. Like if you're going to the Eras tour, have your friendship bracelets, put on something a little sparkly. If you're going to Sabrina
Okay.
Carpenter, put on a pastel. If you're going to the sweat tour, put on your green and your mesh. You know what I mean? Like
What about the Christmas tour? What do you
if
wear?
you're going to put on your pink Christmas, you know what I mean?
Come in pink Santa. Cool. I didn't know there was dress codes at these things. I guess you're right. I've only gone to like Don Yasmin Vegas shows and no one has a dress code there. So I'm like, okay. But you're right. I guess I glam up a little bit. Sometimes, not really. Sometimes I just go as my natural hair. I don't know.
But if you're going to like the My Chemical Romance concert, what do you want to like get into the vibe a little bit? Like a little sad boy vibe, you know what I mean? You don't have to go full out, but
I wonder what they do wear to those concerts.
well, that one's new, so I guess we'll have to wait and see, but
Right. Are you going?
no.
I would like to go if someone has a box. Do they have boxes at Dodger Stadium?
I'm sure they do, right?
Dodger Stadium holds 56,000 people.
Insane.
I don't want
Oh,
stadium.
they have a lot of boxes.
You been?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Because Dodgers is even more than music, festival, the box experience.
Really?
Yeah, there's like
You went in
food
a
and
box at
whole
Dodger
thing.
Stadium? Okay. They serve baseball food during the time, you think?
That'd be cool.
That would be cool if they had like nachos and like popcorn and hot dogs. You think they serve it
more.
during the... You went to a music thing or no?
No, baseball.
Oh.
I want to go. My Chemical Romance is on tour for 10 cities. They're going to be in LA and in June. I want to go, but 56,000 people. It's just like, I also think about parking. How do you get in and out?
I'm an old person because I like get there. I get the preferred parking because I literally, it's like a nightmare. And then I leave, like I look at the set list and I'm like, okay, period. I leave the second to last song. So my boyfriend, it was his favorite song for Sabrina, Don't Smile. But I'm like, listen, you can listen to it as we're walking out.
No,
because
yeah.
it's just a nightmare. And even leaving early, it still took like so long to get out of the area because it's just like
Really?
a nightmare. Yeah.
That's my fear is parking.
Yeah, but the good thing is when you have a box, you can kind of like you can hang out in your suite until it kind of like lessens out or like leave a little bit early. So
Well, if there's a brand, maybe Fashion Nova can pay for a box. I'll put up all the My Chemical Romance looks you want in Fashion Nova. I don't know, because I'm not cheap, but sometimes when like people are getting stuff for free, you're kind of like, I would like it for free too.
honestly, T, when I saw everyone who was in the pretty basic X Two Face X Sabrina Carpenter short and sweet box, I was like, I would go. 100%.
I would go too. I literally was like, let's befriend them. I think Alexis was with Prada Beauty, and I was
Oh
like,
my god.
you know who did invite me one time? Was it Peacock or Tubi? One of those things invited
the
me.
Peacock,
Was it Peacock?
yes.
Yeah, Peacock invited me. It was like Bad Bunny too. I think we were doing something, otherwise I probably would have gone.
Yeah,
but
I remember you couldn't go to it.
I know, it's so sad.
I think
don't know
who
what's
else?
happening.
Oh, Tarte did the Eras tour too. So
Really?
yeah, Just Trish X Tarte. We're open.
We're open, even though we said we hate the shape tape.
We'll do a new shape. Come on.
Maybe I didn't crease my eyelids. Maybe I just old. I don't know.
Maybe we just put it on a little too thick. Maybe we didn't use, we didn't set it.
Yeah, we didn't use the right powder.
Yes.
What did you like better, Sabrina or Eras?
I mean, it's hard to compete with Eras Tour overall just because it's such a big production that it's hard to like compete with. And it's like Eras Tour is like almost 3 hours. Short and Sweet's like an hour and a half. So it's like, I don't know, you get so much at the Eras Tour. That's why I'm sad that the Eras Tour is over because it is such like a moment.
Experience.
But it has been on for like years, so I think it is time to wrap it up. But
That is wild. Well,
I think it's been like 2 years or something.
how much money she's made.
Oh,
Billions.
billion, yeah, at least.
Like, what do you even do with all that money? I just like, how do you have so much money in this world? Like, what?
I know, like, what do you do? I guess. I mean, at least she like gives back. I guess.
Does?
Yeah, like every city she goes to, she donates like 100,000 meals to.
That's
like,
good.
yeah.
This episode is sponsored by Manscaped. Hey, ladies, the holidays are sneaking up faster than your 4th cup of peppermint mocha. And if you're still debating what to get your guy, well, I've got the perfect gift. Forget the cliche gifts like socks or ugly sweaters. Get him something he'll actually love and use. The Chairman Pro Package from Manscaped. It's like the Rudolph of grooming, guiding him to the smoothest, irritation-free shave of his life. Trust me, he'll look so good, you'll be taking all the credit at every holiday party. Head over to manscaped.com and join over 11 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by using code TRISH. That's TRISH for 20% off plus free shipping. Let's dive into this package. The star of the show, the Chairman Pro, has not one but 2 interchangeable skin-safe blade heads. Think of them as his grooming superheroes. The skin-safe 4-blade foil for when he wants that baby bottom smooth, and the skin-safe stubble trimmer for when he wants to keep some stubble, but clean it up a bit. Both keep him looking sharp while minimizing razor burn and irritation, because nobody wants to show up to the holiday party looking like they lost a fight with the Christmas tree. Now, you guys, we have this debate all the time here on Just Trish, Moses and his shaving, okay? The beard has a journey of its own. So I was super excited for him to try the Manscaped Chairman Pro. So when he wants to keep a little stubble to keep himself nice and warm, he has the skin-safe stubble trimmer. So it has that little bit of beard, but I still get to see his pretty face. But for the times he really wants to impress me, the skin-safe 4-blade foil gives it that nice, smooth feel, and it is the smoothest shave ever. I truly feel he enjoys the shave when it comes to Manscaped, because a lot of those other razors are just hard to use and they're irritable and all those stuff like that. This gives that nice, clean shave that'll make both him and you happy. But wait, there's more. The Chairman Pro has Flex Adjust technology, which is basically like the holiday miracle of his grooming routine. It's like Santa's elves made it just for him. The blades and pivoting head adjust to every curve of his face and is gentle around the neck area as if they had the gift of foresight. So go ahead and kiss that awkward jawline patch goodbye. No more pretending it doesn't exist while you hope nobody notices under the mistletoe. And let me tell you, if my man wants a kiss, if Mo's like, let's make out tonight, I'm like, can we use that Manscaped first? Because I'm not about to make out with no Christmas tree, that's for sure. The Chairman Pro is also waterproof, which means he can use it in the shower. It simplifies cleanup too. Just a quick rinse under the sink and he's all set. And it isn't just for daily shaves either. It's powerful enough to tackle up to a 5-day growth, making it perfect whether he shaves every day or likes to tidy up after a few days. And with up to 75 minutes of runtime on a single charge, he'll have plenty of juice to go from Santa's beard to smooth as a snow angel. It has a travel lock to make sure it doesn't accidentally turn on in his bag, and an LED spotlight to help you see every detail, ensuring nothing gets missed. But that's not all. The package also includes the Power Shave Gel. It's a non-irritating, lubricating formula made specifically to work with the Chairman Pro for a smooth and comfortable shave. It's packed with skin-soothing ingredients that defend against redness and irritation, and it's dermatologist tested for sensitive skin. This is another talking point from Moses, is that a lot of times when he would shave, it just wasn't comfortable. He didn't like the way his skin felt afterwards. I know with the Chairman Pro, he was like, I could actually do this more often, and I was all about it. And to finish off, we have the Face Shave Soother. It's an aftershave serum to be applied after shaving and will help hydrate the skin and soothe any post-shave irritation. It's designed to help reduce redness and defend against ingrown hairs and razor bumps. So gift your man with the ultimate grooming experience by Manscaped and get him the Chairman Pro package for the holidays. It's a thoughtful and practical gift that he'll actually use and love. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code TRISH at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code TRISH at manscaped.com. TRISH at manscaped.com. Love you, Manscaped, and what a great gift idea. And let me tell you, you'll love it as well, ladies. That's good.
Yeah.
I know. I just feel like with all these billionaires in the world, like I really, like I know I say this and I sound so redundant, but it's like, how do we still have like world hunger? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Like feeding people, like in the grand scheme, when you're a billionaire, is like not that hard, especially when we have lots of billionaires in this world.
Yeah.
I just never understand that. So there's like starving kids, and it's like, okay, but there's billionaires in each country, so like, why can't you?
Yeah. Why didn't all the billionaires put their heads together and figure it out?
If I was a billionaire, if I made $1 billion in like 2 years, I would at least get $500 million to go feed. I think that would feed the world. Honestly, I don't understand. Yeah. I don't get it.
I think about that too, especially like thinking about even not even billionaires, but people who have like so many like cars and stuff too, where it's like, okay, you're collecting cars that are like, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you have like 50 of them.
Yeah.
And it's
millions. Each car is $1 million to $2 million.
See,
crazy,
it's like, but it's like you just have them there. Like, what's the point? To me, I'm like, because I was thinking about what my brain the other day was like, oh, my lease is almost up, and I was like, why do people need like $50 million cars? You know what I mean? I'm like, just have the one. But
I mean, mean, that I guess is like a collection. But again, when you're someone who's a billionaire, you can have that and still feed people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it's a collection, I guess. I agree with you. It is like so like wasteless and stuff like that. But it's like on top of that,
For
they
many-
have more money to give out.
For many of them, they take it personally, like it's a mentality. They think they did it on their own. They don't understand that there's a whole infrastructure around them that helps them become billionaires.
Yeah.
So they just don't think the people that didn't work hard deserve it.
That's so crazy because you're like blessed with money and you think you're good. Like, this is good karma. I should give that karma out to other people. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Not to get all like whatever. And like you said, Taylor Swift obviously is like doing that. But it's just like crazy that we have so many problems in this world that can be fixed with money. Not all of them, but the ones that can be fixed, it's like, why are they not fixed with money? But, well, congrats to her. Damn. I'm gonna go on a Trish Eras tour, I think.
That is the ticket. And you have enough eras to pull it off, I'm pretty sure.
Just like Disney Channel era, Christian girl era, fat. I have so many songs about being fat. I have a fat girl era, fat chicks thick, fat chicks too. There's, you know, there is a whole, yeah. I have Spanish freaky. I'm doing a K-pop song, so I have my whole foreign
that's
language era.
fierce.
Yeah,
I love
K-pop. We need to get Cat's Eye on here.
I love who else do I love? I'm like kind of getting into like K-pop too. I feel like Cat's Eye was a good like first step. Obviously, like I love Blackpink and stuff.
Yeah,
but,
Jennie.
I getting into like Twice and New Jeans and stuff. I don't know. I like the whole aesthetic of
I do too.
K-pop.
I love the sound. I was like listening to the other day. I was like,
Yeah.
the sound is so like catchy. My music producer did a lot of K-pop. Like he used to sing in Korean. I forgot what the song is called. He did one with called. His name's Jeremy Thurber. He featured with Jad Future and it was like da da. Da, do, da, na, da, na, 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 da, da. I don't know how it goes, but it was such a cool Korean song, and I was like, I want to do this. And he's like, I know someone who can help, and so we're gonna do a K-pop tour. Maybe I'll tour South Korea next year. I literally did on 11/11. I sent like a wish of all my list to my agent of everything I want to do, and I was like, I would love to go on an Asian tour and like sing Korean music. It'd be so fun. So maybe I should get an audience first for that and then do it. But it sounded fun, and all these shows get me so hyped. I'm like, oh, I want to like go on tour. Like it sounds so fun, but it also sounds like a lot of work. So probably just Trishmas is all you're getting for a while. But if you guys want to see Trishmas, it's December 5th. There's still tickets left, but they're going. They are going, and I'm not just saying that they're going. They're going. They're going.
for San Diego. That's
Yeah.
really the only one
Yeah.
that had some left.
Yeah, but San Diego's going to be so much fun. So come. It's going to be great and the first show. And I'm working hard. I'm busting my butt. I have 4 dancers and I've been doing all my songs are done. We have a little Mariah I'm coming your way, a little Chapel Roan coming your way. As me as them, not them coming. I think it's going to be really fun. I'm really excited about it. So that's good. So Sabrina was a hit then for you.
Yeah, it was really fun. And her last date is Domingo was there. I even forgot about that. That was kind of the gag. I was like, oh wow.
Do you live for Domingo?
I love the first song, the Espresso Domingo from SNL, which was like with Ariana. I think Ariana really was like the thing that made it so viral, just because she was so good at being bad at singing for the Domingo skit. Because that song was so. I mean, it is espresso, obviously, but I think the lyrics were like really catchy, you know. So.
But I thought the HOTTOGO Domingo was even more brilliant because I'm like, how did they know they had the same letters? Domingo and Hot to Go.
It was big brain. It was big
That
brain
was
to realize
crazy.
Domingo and HOTTOGO like the same amount of letters and like it fit perfect.
I like that one better, honestly. I know what you mean. Ariana sold it more and was like funny in it, but I really loved the song. I thought the rhymes were really good. I don't know, it was kind of funny. We were talking about this because you showed me it this morning, the Domingo. Was he there last night for your show?
Yeah.
When you were showing me, I'm like, it is so weird to like see an SNL sketch like become so like mainstream. People were so excited because like when has SNL ever been cool in the past like 30 years?
That's what my boyfriend
know?
said too.
Yeah, no, but it's cool. I mean, what's his name? It was Marcelo Hernandez. Was that his name?
I think so.
Marcelo, he was in like every sketch this past weekend, so I guess he's like the star. But that means he filmed on Saturday night and like took a red eye to come to the Sabrina show.
Poor Bowen can't go to any of the
Wicked.
but yeah, Marcello's like, I'm gonna be there at the short and sweet tour.
Yeah, he's kind of like, I feel, yeah, he's really, I do like the sketch too. I think it is funny. I'm not like someone that's like a hater. I'm just like surprised how many people love it.
I know,
You know?
It was like the most viewed like TikTok SNL ever had, the Domingo one. I mean, it really stuck too. It was like a viral sound. It was everywhere. It just in everyone's heads too. So
It is good.
But yeah, when Domingo was on the screen at the short and sweet tour to get arrested for being too sexy. It's like her little bit before Juno. The crowd went insane. It was like,
Really?
yes, like it was like the most famous person in the world was there.
It's so.
It was funny.
That is cool though, because you see him like in New York SNL. You don't really see. I don't see that actor anywhere else or that comedian. So it is like weird to see like that character and actor like outside of SNL. Like at the, you wouldn't think to see him there.
No, and like there was so many famous people around too that I was like, like watch it be like, you know, Hailey Bieber or like,
oh right, Kendall.
yeah, or like Miranda Cosgrove was there. I was like, maybe it'll be Miranda Cosgrove or something, you know. And then all of a sudden he showed up, and I was like, oh my god, it was gag. It was
That
a gag.
the one.
She gagged me for sure with that. And Sabrina's so cute, like the way she acted with it too. She's like, where are you from, Domingo?
Oh.
Ay, Dios mío.
Oh yeah. I thought that was cute. She is like the cutest person in the whole world.
She's so cute. Yeah.
Oh my god, who was the other ones that were arrested at the other ones?
Oh, the other LA date was Rachel Sennott.
Love her. Gosh, she's everywhere now too.
Yes,
Love her.
and I have a funny Rachel Sennott story too that I.
Is that what made you giggle this morning?
Is that what?
Made you giggle? You're like, oh,
Oh,
this is something.
no.
No,
that's not
when
it.
he saw Boyan and when he thought it was him, he was like, "Oh, this funny picture of
Oh,
me."
that's what you were giggling at?
No, there's another little thing, but it's like,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
I just saw. But
Okay.
I do have a funny Rachel Sennott story because I accidentally caused a little mayhem, like a viral moment with Rachel Sennott the
my
other day.
God.
And I'm pretty proud of it, but also I'm like, your friend Jordan was,
Love. Jordan Persman.
Yes. He was involved in the moment too.
Oh
I thought
my
it was
god!
so
Wait,
funny.
are you
Yeah.
are you like physically there? Or is this all online?
It's all me orchestrating behind the scenes, being crazy.
on
so,
ET or what?
Yeah. So
Oh,
yes, it was so.
You're outing yourself.
Yeah, I am outing myself. That's why I'm a little apprehensive because I'm like,
Oh no! Oh no!
But it was so funny. There's just you probably haven't seen it, but there's like this viral like tweet about, and this is one specific Getty image of Rachel Sennott. And it's a tweet that said it looks like she kind of looked like her name Fatima, but in a white way.
Okay.
Have you ever seen that before?
No.
Okay.
I don't even know what
It's like-
Fatima is. I don't know anything.
Basically, it's like the context of the tweet itself is that like this one specific photo of Rachel Sennott, like her hair and her outfit and her vibe. She obviously is white, but she kind of looks like a little racially ambiguous. Like she could be
Oh.
Arab. So it's like
Got
that's
it.
kind of the vibe of the
Okay.
tweet. Like she kind of looked like her name could be Fatima.
It always sounds like dangerous territory already. I'm like, oh no, what did you? Okay.
No, it's not.
Okay.
And then it kind of stuck. Like it became like a Stan Twitter thing.
Okay.
Like everyone kind of just associates Rachel Sennott on Twitter with like Fatima. Like people refer to her as Fatima because it got so viral. And then it evolved over a year. It was 2023. Over this year became Fatima at the asexual convention because she kind of has an air of asexuality to her based off the
Yeah.
outfit and stuff.
Okay.
People even like there was gay I hate gay Halloween. What do you mean you're Fatima at the asexual convention?
I'm so out of the Fatima loop.
A lot of people. So
Okay.
it was like it's been in my head, and I've always wanted to get Rachel Sennett's reaction to Fatima. And then there was an event the other day, and I was like going through the list. And it was like GQ Men of the Year, and I was like going through this gigantic list of names, and I was like Rachel Sennott. And I ran to like my manager. I was like, we need to ask Rachel Sennott about Fatima. And everyone was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, literally what?
But I was running around like an insane person trying to get this question like added
You're
to
at
the
the event
list.
or no?
No, I was like in the office, and I was like running around to everyone who was going to be there. I like went to my manager. I was like, we need to get this on the question sheet. We need to get her reaction to Fatima. She's like, are you too in gay Twitter? Like, do you need to be like evacuated from gay Twitter? And I was like, no, like everyone knows Fatima. And then I ran to like the girl who was actually doing the interview, and I was like, I printed out the Getty image.
Oh my
I was like,
God.
you need to ask her about this. And it was like insane. I was like literally like I was crashing out over this. I was like, we need to get this in there.
They've been ignoring you a lot. First they ignored me
Yes,
at
exactly.
Wicked. Now they're like, no
Ignoring
Fatima.
That's the first thing that came up. I just looked up Rachel Fatima. The first thing that came
See?
out was the ET.
Oh, ET.
Yes.
Okay, so
Her asking her.
okay.
So I was like so nervous they weren't going to ask it because it is kind of a crazy question. And I do come across, when I'm impassioned, I do come across like I'm crashing out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I come across very unhinged, but I knew I'm like, this is going to be like, she needs to be asked about this. Like it's been a year. No one has asked her about Fatima. And so I had to like convince the host to go and ask her about it. She had no idea. And I was scared she wasn't going to do it because obviously like if you don't know the lore, it's hard to like ask about it.
I would never. If you had that question for
knew
me
it.
with her, I'm like, the next question.
Yeah, you'd be like, I feel like you would think it's like problematic, so you're like, I'm not gonna ask. But
I didn't even know that it was any of that. And I was like, I don't know what this means. So, okay. But they did. The reporter asked.
yeah, she asked about it, and it was Rachel was there, and she walked the carpet with Jordan, her friend, and friends. He's kind of friends with everyone. He's friends with Charlie, like all the girls.
Robert Pattinson.
Yes.
Like, he's friends with literally everybody. It's
He's
actually
on English
crazy.
teacher. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay. And he came to my house and said he was a fan of me, and I was like, wow, that's so cool. I would have never known. And I told him, I was like, wait, you're so cool.
Yeah,
Anyways.
he's kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
And so they asked Rachel about it, and she was like, my sisters tell me about it. I don't know what it means. And then Jordan's like, let me explain it to you. He's like, Fatima is a woman of the earth. Like, she works a 9 to 5. He was basically like explaining it, but like wrong.
Okay.
And yeah, and that's kind of why he went viral, just because he was so passionate about it and thought he was like eating.
Was he close?
No, it's just that she's a little racially ambiguous. Like the
okay,
photo,
okay.
it looks like.
But
you know,
maybe he was trying to say she's a woman of the earth, like Fatima's a woman of the earth. Maybe he's
what he
trying
was-
to, like.
yes, that's what he was saying. But it was just like off. But
I support it.
So yeah, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. But then I tweeted it, and then I think it literally got like 20 million views, which is like insane
On Twitter?
Yeah,
Wow.
and I see it like become a little meme and stuff, and I was like, wow.
You did it. You
I
made the
did
meme.
it, yeah. And then I literally had to like find the original tweet too, and the person who tweeted it like changed her username and stuff, and then she was on private, so I had to follow them. So shout out Mia Goth Stan. I didn't mean to, out you like that, but I wanted you to get attribution for your work.
Wow.
And now
So is Fatima a real person?
No, I mean,
No, it's just
there
a
are
really
Fatimas.
common name. It's just a very common name.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Okay, got it. I didn't know if it's like, okay, got it.
Yeah,
like an
it's just-
Amelia Perez or something.
No, it's
okay.
just like, yeah, it's just a name, and like,
Yeah.
she in that photo of Rachel Sennott, it looks like she could be Fatima.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay. And
and-
well, he was just hyping it up because obviously there's a Fatima that's a woman of the earth,
Yes,
and he's like,
exactly.
that's also you, queen.
Exactly, T. That's a
So,
good
I
way to
love
look
it.
at it.
I love that it went viral.
I know. I was kind of gagged, and I'm like, wow. Sometimes being chronically online, it does pay off. And now Rachel Sennott got asked about it again. She's like, wow, maybe I need to write like a Fatima movie or something.
And star in it.
Yeah,
That'd
and
be iconic.
I would say, Rachel, if you do that, please invite Mia Goth Stan from Twitter, because they were responsible for making Rachel like a viral moment. I literally got nothing from having like a big viral moment too. And I guess, granted, all I did was kind of just like push in to get this one like bite, I guess, so it's not that much. But
it
for
is.
me, I felt like very like it was something it's a joke that made me really happy. So I was like,
Yeah.
happy to get a moment out of that and like, give proper attribution to the originator of that joke.
That's so yeah, she's kind of everywhere now. I loved her from The Idol. Like that's where
Oh,
I stand
yes.
her. She was so good in that. And then I remember when Jordan was here, I was like, I love The Idol. He's like, oh, my friend Rachel's in it. But I remember you mentioned Rachel, and so many people had mentioned Rachel. I feel like God, so many people know Rachel, and I was like, gotta get her.
She is amazing. She used to do like stand up and stuff too. In New York, and she's just really funny. She has like a couple movies. She's been in Bottoms with Io Adebiri, and that's a really funny movie. They play lesbians.
love
It's
that.
really fierce.
They're both bottoms.
Yes.
I like it. I haven't heard that one. That one sounds cute.
You would like it. It's really funny.
I like it. What else is she in? She's in something else, right? That I've seen.
She's in like a Netflix movie. She was in oh my god, why am I forgetting the Bodies, which was like with Pete Davidson. It was like a campy, like not really horror, like kind of like it was like a thriller comedy, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but
She's just like with like in everything. Just pops
she's
up.
and she's so funny in everything. Like I really love her.
I love her too. I think she's cute. I did see the SABRINA Carpenter one with her. I didn't know that was in LA. I just thought that was like another show.
Yeah, that was the first
Wow,
other
she has to
date.
be like the person that got called out. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
she got arrested.
That's it, girl.
Yeah.
It girl status. That's
She had
great.
a big weekend. It was Fatima,
Yeah.
Shore and Sweet tour.
Maybe the Fatima kicked it off.
Yes.
Sabrina's like, you.
saw
That's cute. Oh my God. Did you say hi to her? Oh, no, different night.
Yeah, it was a different night. Yeah.
Would you say hi to her if you saw her?
Again, she seems like a woman of the earth.
Be like, I actually wrote that question.
Yes. It is so funny, like being this little, like, I don't know, maybe like the wizard behind the curtain almost,
Ooh.
It is funny when like you, I don't know, come up with something or like, push something and then it becomes like a thing.
Yeah.
And you
You're
kind
like,
of
I
see
started
it.
that.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, that is kind
You
of
and Mia Gostan.
Yeah, really mostly Mia Gostan. I kind of put it in front of Rachel.
That's
but
amazing. I love it. I always know when like people ask questions, like dubious questions on the red carpet. I'm like, oh, I know there's like a secret
There's
stand there
lore,
somewhere.
yes.
I love it. Shout out Rachel Sennott if you want to come on the Just Trish podcast.
Oh, love, yeah.
Would gag. Love her
Yeah.
so much. Or Jordan, for that matter. Come on the podcast.
Honestly, yeah, there is a lot of Jordan lore.
Yeah, really. I remember when he came here and he was like, yeah, Ryan Patton just interviewed me for like a magazine. I was like, oh, wow. That's kind of a slay.
I think he has an album coming out.
Really?
Yeah.
The lore is deep.
a lot
The
of lore.
lore is deep. Well, hopefully soon. All right.
Well,
hot
for
topics.
GQ Men of the Year, I feel like we have to get into People's Sexiest Man Alive.
I know they announced it right after we finished ours last week.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And
I
I've
looked for
been
the
chomping
magazine.
at the bit.
It's not out yet.
I thought it was coming out.
The 12th.
Oh, maybe. I think it was out. I thought it was supposed to come out the end of last, like over the weekend. Like
I went to Barnes & Noble and Pavilions. They didn't have it.
Maybe it's not out till this week. Maybe like they
saw
announced it. Then
Keke
the next
Palmer,
week.
I think, was on the cover of my People magazine.
Oh.
I know. I really wanted to get it. I don't know why, but I wanted to get it just to see, like, flip through and
Investigative,
see,
yeah.
who the other ones are. Wait, GQ or People?
So GQ had their Men of the Year, which
Wasn't that like Kim Kardashian last year?
yeah, this year I think it was Dwayne the Rock Johnson, and I guess
Oh.
Rachel Sennett because she was. I don't know.
She was in Man of the Year?
Yes.
Kind of
shout out.
impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that so much.
But yeah, the People's Sexiest Man Alive.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson's Man of the Year is wild because didn't he have like a crazy year with like his Maui issues?
The Maui stuff, yeah, and then the stuff with the army where he was like the spokesperson,
Right.
but then he de-influenced people. He actually influenced people to leave because they just didn't like him.
Weird. I think it's a paid gig, all these things. I think they pay to be on these covers.
Yeah, it's so random, right? So we were very wrong with the People's
I know.
Sexiest Man Alive.
We jinxed it because we both said neither one of us ever win bets.
That's true.
And we both lost.
And honestly, John Krasinski, I should have known it was going to be someone so random because I feel like they always do that.
Wait, but why? Why him? Was he in something or what?
He is in an Amazon series called Zach Bryan, I think it's called. And it is popular, but again, it's like out of the gay bubble, I think. You know what I mean? It's
Never
like
heard of it.
Yeah.
Literally
exactly.
never, ever.
It gets like millions of views, but again, it's I think it's more straight coded, you know.
You heard of it?
No.
No.
Jack Ryan or Jack Reach. I don't know which one actually.
They both
one
sound
of them, yeah.
not real to me.
Jack something.
Yeah, okay. I was like, is this 2012?
I
I was like,
know.
this is so odd. This is so weird.
I feel like People magazine is again, no shade, but I feel like the curve is like always like 5 years off. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Because if it was 2019 or 2018 with The Quiet Place or whatever, I'm like, this makes sense. This makes
Okay.
sense. But he's been more like behind the scenes now. Like he's been more
Yeah.
producer director.
It's that
tease.
or it's the highest bidder.
There was
People loves the money. Yeah, they'll take the money.
There
for
was
it.
a blind item that was like an A-list actor paid hundreds of thousands to be the sexiest man alive. But I'm like,
Is he A-list?
I think he.
Well,
I think so, kind of.
John Krasinski, no way. I feel like we should pull 100 people on the streets and see, see if they could like name. Like maybe they would know the face if you just said like name. God, how would you do it? How would you do it to like see? Like, okay, you show a lineup and you say you pick John Krasinski. Like, there's just no way people would know. Like, I don't know. I don't think people do. I'm gonna pull.
I mean, it literally is just so random. And like, again, if you look at the lineup of People magazine's like Sexiest Men Alive, it's like, you know, Blake Shelton, John Legend, like Patrick Dempsey. They're all so like they're kind of delayed from like, you know, their prime where they should be
Yeah.
Sexiest Men Alive. Even like Chris Evans was like 5 years late, you know?
Right.
I'm like, so it kind of makes sense to me in that sense. I'm like, maybe I gave people too much credit to think it was going to be someone who's like relevant right this second.
But they named people like Jonathan Bailey and so they named those people. So I'm just like, why would they? How do you not read the room? How do you not see like
know.
you know like Gladiator or Wicked are obviously gonna be the two big movies. So how would you not pick someone from those two movies? That's so weird.
It's so odd to me. I don't know. At first, when I saw this, I was like, no. I was like, January 6th, I will be at People Magazine headquarters if you are interested. You know what
I was like, wait, what happened? I was like, I'm, you know me, I was trying to get the reference. I'm like
I will be
January
at
6th,
People
okay, we're
Magazine
going.
headquarters on January 6th to make this right. But I mean, now I'm like, I mean, John Krasinski is like an attractive guy. I just think it's
But
like
sexiest man
Man,
of 2024.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm like 2019. I think there could be an argument for 2019. You know what I mean? Like Quiet Place was good. It's a
Or
good movie.
And
If they voted in The Office, who's the sexiest man in The Office?
Rainn Wilson, Soul Boom, easily the sexiest man alive in 2019.
And Jim was, but
No, you know which one I liked from The Office? Did you ever watch The Office? Or
Yes.
is this okay? I liked the guy who played. He was Jim. Remember, he was
yes.
like Asian
Oh my God.
Jim.
What is his name?
He was from. Oh God, he's in that movie with like Ali Wong. I love him. He's
the
in
Randall
Fresh-
Park.
Randall
Yes.
Park. I love him so much. I know he's like not underrated. I know he's very famous, but I wish he was in more stuff because everything we see him in, I just think he's so funny. And I did not love The Office. I'm going to be that person. Like, I watched it, but I didn't, like, love it. I never thought it was, like, that funny. But I loved the episode he was in when he was, like, messing with Dwight, and he's just like, I'm Jim. And so I love him so much. I never saw Fresh Off the Boat, but what's that? Did we watch that movie? Was it with Ali Wong, the one with Keanu Reeves in him?
We watched the movie, yeah.
Was it?
I used to watch Fresh Off the
Anything
Boat.
But You.
That was
Oh,
good.
so he's just so. Oh no. Anyone But You. I don't know. Anyways, I love him so much, and he's so funny and everything. I don't get it. You know, they never had a queer guy,
Yeah.
or I want to say, did they never have like a Latinx guy on there?
Maybe.
And I was just like, I don't know. The lack of diversity is a little like alarming. You know what I mean? Because like John Krasinski, attractive, but there's a million Sexiest Man Alive that like looked like him already, and I was just like, kind of a little bit odd.
Yeah, like again, I feel like the group, right, of like Paul Rudd, Chris Evans, John Krasinski, even like a Patrick Dempsey, middle-aged white man. I'm like, okay, we've got them all.
They're
you know
sexy,
what I mean?
we got it.
Yeah.
But Pedro Pascal, where's he from? He's Latinx, right?
He's from Chile. He's Chilean.
Chile,
so.
like, yeah, I mean, like, and he is universally. I know I always like give you Pedro Pascal, but he's obviously attractive. Like everyone finds him attractive.
Yes.
Like Jonathan Bailey, gay. Everyone finds him attractive. Like everyone's like salivates, and I'm just like, there's just again two big options that are current in 2024. I'm just kind of like so shocked. Just so.
I know, literally, like their whole. I'm just kind of over the middle-aged white man. That's why, I think I just gave people too much credit to do something a little bold, a little spicy. You know what I mean? Even like towards the before it was announced, I was like conceding on Pedro Pascal because in my head I saw that the Sexiest Man Alive was gonna be on the Colbert Show, and that film's in New York, and I was like, oh, Pedro is in London to do a premiere. Jonathan Bailey, I think, was in somewhere. I think Mexico for like that premiere.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, it's not them. I'm like, I guess Glenn Powell. So I was like coming to terms with maybe Glenn Powell being Sexiest Man Alive. But
John
I guess too
Krasinski?
young. I don't know. But yeah, it was indeed John Krasinski. It was very much like what you tweeted. It was like, what?
Okay.
Yeah.
I was so mad. I was so mad because I do want to buy the like issue because I love collecting them and stuff like that. But I'm just like, I don't know. What is it? Next year gonna be Steve Carell? You know, it's just like, what is it? It's just so.
But that's what I was thinking. Do they not want to sell magazines?
Yeah, they're trying to put
Like
themselves
when you
under.
walk and you see that cover, who's gonna?
At least because I guess John Krasinski could be hot, but the photos that they use for the cover, again, it's the t-shirt and jeans and a cardigan. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And it's he's literally sitting on a taxi, and the license plate for the taxi says, "Hey, taxi." It is like the corniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Because he can be hot. Like, I've seen photos of John Krasinski looking hot. And you don't have to be, like, objectified to look sexy either. But a t-shirt and a cardigan?
Yeah,
What?
it's very bad. But all the covers kind of are. Someone put all the covers in a row from, like, the past, like, 20 years. And I'm like, I don't know. They all look the same to me.
Yes.
They all, like, it's not giving sexy. Like, I don't know. Like, none of it is,
It's
none
all,
of it's
like,
hitting.
a t-shirt, and that's it.
Everyone should be fired at people.
It's like...
But with pay for life. Like, pay
yeah.
them, you know, but also.
Yeah, I just think there should be, like, interesting choices, I guess, at least with, like, the photo shoot. Like, if you're gonna make John Krasinski Sexiest Man Alive, do the man a favor and make him look hot on the cover. You know what I
Put him
mean?
like on like a bear rug, naked, like you know what I mean, like something like that. That's would be so hot, and then maybe I could get behind it. But just seeing like his, you know, he knows he has a goofy face. That's why he's casted in goofy roles, and it's like don't make him look more goofy.
Goofy,
like
yeah.
make him look a little
with like
a
the
little
brows.
sexy.
I can't even do what he does, but he like
I can't
furrows his
either.
brows odd, and I don't know. I'm like, do him a favor, you know? He's an attractive guy, but we're just not helping, you know? Like let's spice it up a little bit.
I'm so sad and disappointed. I think they're all. I don't know who's the creative director.
No idea.
I guess we don't have to send him to you,
Yes.
but honestly, I would like to know who votes. But honestly, if he paid money, then I guess he deserves it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I was mad. This is like the one thing that like, you know, keeps it lighthearted this time of year. Everyone's like, oh yeah, Sexiest Man Alive issue, let's go. But that's why I wanted to get the issue. I wanted to flip through and see who like was more deserving, you know what I mean? At least have a cover. Do they have anyone else in their
There was
slides?
like other like features from Red, White, and Royal Blue, Taylor Zakar Perez, who is like actually one of the hottest people I've ever seen in my life. He's also at the Sabrina Carpenter concert last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But he's like genuinely so beautiful. So he was one of the sexiest men like featured in it. Bridgerton's Luke Newton was one of them, and I laughed. Oh, I was laughing because I like went to people to see like his little profile for Sexiest Man Alive, and it was written by the Apple Dance Crasher, the Brittany Broski Apple Dance Crasher. So that's why I giggled.
God, that's so funny. I have Lauren the Brittany Broski Apple Dance Crasher.
Do you really?
I met someone who was also pushed by the Apple Dancer standing next to Brittany Broski. Our producer for Not Loveline, Devin, shout out. He was like, I have to tell you something. And I was like, what? He's like, I too was pushed. I was standing next to Brittany Broski and I was pushed by the Apple guy.
Oh, at the sweat tour?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's in the screen with them and he got pushed too to the ground.
That's a little bit better because when you said that, I thought it was like a cereal like pushing. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, a string of like cereal pushing people out of the way.
Same guy.
Yes. Like,
no, he was just standing next to Brittany and he also got knocked out. So it wasn't just Brittany who got knocked out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he got knocked out too. Damn. And I was like, damn.
That helps, I guess, a little bit because everyone was like, oh, a gay man being misogynistic pushing Brittany Broski. But at least, I mean, like I said, I think anyone who was in the way of the camera.
This guy was a gay man, so gay man pushing a gay man. Hey, just gay on gay crime, I guess. I also found out, I don't know if I can say this. I don't know. He also worked out for Zayn and Heath. Should I say that or no?
Yeah, it's fine. That's what
he worked for Zayn and Heath, and he was telling me some wild stories about when he produced their podcast. Yeah, and I was like, sounds like hell. I think it's fine. I don't know, but it was crazy. I was like, wow, you have so much lore to you. That's so interesting. That'd be so crazy though, that to be that Apple guy. I love that he wrote the write up for Luke Newton.
Yeah, he interviewed Luke Newton, and he also did the New Girl cast, like the guys of New Girl were like Sexiest Men too. He did their article as well.
Isn't that an old show too?
Yeah, it's so random.
It's like 10 years ago.
Very random.
Like Luke Big Newton Bang Theory. Yeah. Jim Parsons.
That would be. I could honestly see that for next year, though, is the thing. Like, it fits.
At least he's gay. We'll take it.
True. Yeah. We'll take a win is a win.
Or it'd be like Johnny Galecki, the one that's like not gay.
But yeah, I don't know. It seems on brand. But yeah, I guess Luke Newton does freshen it up. And Taylor Perez, it adds a little bit of, freshness, I guess, to it. But
I mean.
And Luke Newton looks good in his photo shoot. So does Taylor Perez. Like, he actually looks hot. Like, they have him in a tank top. So his like biceps are big in it.
Yeah, why don't they show that for the cover?
All the other photo shoots look good. I don't know why the cover looks so blah, like so vanilla. It's so odd to me. I don't know.
I really think they are like trying to sabotage themselves in some way.
I guess when you think about it too, again, we're in the gay bubble, but I guess the moms in the Midwest, like maybe that resonates with them. I don't know.
But like, okay, Bridgerton, Luke Newton's on there. Like, why wouldn't Jonathan Bailey like Bridgerton? You know what I mean? Who's in Wicked and Bridgerton? Like, that doesn't make any Heartstopper, everything. Yeah. He said something, everyone over 40 should watch Heartstopper. Why did he say that? What did that mean?
I think just because of how it portrays like a young gay romance, just for like people to understand, that it's not all like, sex, and like, it's like Heartstopper is a very wholesome, gay, young show. Oh. So I think it adds like that perspective.
Is the misconception that like gay people just are always having sex?
I think if you look at like the stereotype, right? Really? It's like, it's all like sex crave and like morally depraved. Like that's kind of like a big stereotype with it. So yeah, it's like not a sexualized show. It's just like, a young, wholesome, young adult romance. So.
Okay. I saw that he said that and I was like, that's such a random thing to say, but I was like, all right. For old people to be like, look, they can have normal love too.
Yeah, I mean, see, some people like don't have that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense, I guess.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. Sexiest Man Alive was a bummer. And then also, I think a big controversy was like the Benny Blanco of it all too.
Well, I thought he won because like the night we did the podcast, everyone's like, oh my God, Benny Blanco won. And he had a big spread. So I was like, oh my God, first of all, I was like, that's kind of tea. I kind of like that they did someone like that.
Me
like,
too.
I was like, okay, because he does have, I know like we differ with this. It's like the Ethan Slater of it all. I do think there is like a sexiness to him. Like obviously, at first look, he's not Jonathan Bailey, but I just think like he has a swag to him. And I was like, oh, I kind of like that they're showing that. That's cool. But then he didn't even win. And I was like, okay, so he's just kind of featured in there.
Yeah, one of the featured men in the issue.
His spread was good, though. His photo shoot was amazing.
He got a lot of coverage, too. He got like a whole lot of video clips. He got like a nice spread in the magazine, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they pushed him so much that everyone's like, oh, Benny Blanco won. Like that was the big discourse. Yeah. And then I felt bad because everyone was so mean to him. And not like, okay, the John Krasinski people being upset about, it's because like, yeah, he's hot, but it's random. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Benny Blanco's just like, what? Like it. Again, I used to not like Benny Blanco at first because I'm very protective over Selena, and at first he like said some shady things about her before they were together. But they've been together for a while now. They obviously love each other very much, and I'm like, you know, Selena's happy. I'll take it. He seems
cooks for
good.
her.
He seems like he treats her very well. And they look so cute together that I'm like, okay, I'm sold on it. So I'm off the Benny Blanco hate train. And then all of a sudden, seeing everyone be so mad and like bully him, I'm like,
it's so crazy.
Sad.
I know, people are so wild. I just don't understand that. Like people commenting, because it's like, he's sexy in a way. You know what I mean? What does everyone have to be this perfect? Like, I don't know, like John Krasinski. You know what I mean? Like no one is like super sexy all the time. Like, I don't know.
That they show different types of sexy, you know?
They
like,
should show that because there are different types.
Yeah.
People are attracted to like different types of bodies and different types of things and faces. And
he's an artist that adds to the sexiness, I'm sure. You know what I mean?
Oh God, people are so annoying. It's like,
I know. It made me be like, you know what? I think it'd be more of a key if we're on here like joining the hate train, you know, but like, yeah what the hell were they thinking? But I like, you
liked
know,
it.
yes, I'm like, you know what? We need representation for all kinds
I
of.
know. People are always like, wow, I hate that everyone's setting us back and, you know, we have to be perfect in size, whatever. And it's like, they say like guys don't have to be, but it's like, he gets hate too. It's like, everyone's just hateful to everyone. My whole Twitter right now is like, the Benny Blanco one got a lot of hate. And then I see like a lot of Ariana Cynthia like body talk on my Twitter.
Me too.
And I'm just like, oh my, it's so wild because all I get is like, you're fat. I'm like, not anymore, but it's like I'm just constantly told like I'm too fat, I'm too big or whatever. And then it's like them just being like, oh my God, they look unhealthy, they're skinny, all stuff like that. It's just like so annoying. I think it goes back to that old video Ariana posted from like years ago. She's like, maybe we just should not compliment or talk about people's bodies, like period. Oh, look, I know I'm going to talk about people's bodies because that's all I'm obsessed with. But I'm just in general, I think like you shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like I talk about my body. I don't want to talk about anyone else's. But I don't know. It makes me sad. I think it's like sad because even if someone is going through something, right? Like some sort of disorder, it's like I don't think they want to be pointed out. You know what I mean? They're probably like going through it. So I don't know. I feel for Benny Blanco, and I mean the Wicked girls are killing it, but I still feel bad. I mean they're humongous stars, and people are like, oh, they probably don't care, they're rich or whatever, but it probably still hurts to some degree.
Yeah,
to see people like they look sick. I mean that's crazy. I think they look great, but
yeah, especially for like Benny Blanco, it's not like he just went on Instagram and was like, I'm the sexiest man alive. You know what I mean? Like you know, people obviously wanted to include him, and like if you get the offer, like are you gonna be like no?
Yes,
I guess some people do turn him down is what I heard, but I don't know, I would do it, I guess, but actually no, I wouldn't, because I know I'd get the Benny Blanco treatment. Everyone would be like, what the hell?
Oh my God, you wouldn't do it.
No, because I would be the Benny Blanco of
that's
that
not
issue.
true. People love you. Oscar Crave would go crazy.
Yeah, that's true. Shout out Oscar Crave.
Oscar stuns in new photos. The one that Sabrina Carpenter. No, you should. You would never do a sexy photo shoot for people.
No.
I don't believe it.
No, because I would get and I'm too chronically online that I would see it. Like Benny Blanco could like tap out, you know, but
he probably sees it.
Yeah, true. I feel like it's hard to escape. That's why I feel like, oh my God, like let me stand up for Benny Blanco, which a sentence I never thought I would say.
I know, we've come a long way.
Yeah.
And Selena's so gorgeous and so successful. She's like a billionaire, so I mean, like he's doing something, right? Like he has some swag to him.
Mm-hmm. And she's like obviously very much in love. And I think I like the way that he talks about her, like how he like won her over, was just like, you know, winning her mom, like having her mom like him and cooking her meals and stuff. I think it's sweet.
The cooking meals things will get you every time.
And he says he tells her how pretty she is all the time and how he tries to be like chivalrous with her, and like that is sweet.
Yeah,
right? Like,
I've seen him on like red carpets with her, and he's like very sweet and like stands to the back and the side. Even though he is obviously super talented and rich on his own right, I do like his demeanor with her, like letting her be the star.
Yeah,
he comes up on my TikTok all the time. He just seems like a person that's full of life and optimistic.
Yeah,
which is very infectious. Yeah,
we love Benny Blanco here.
Oh, I saw Harry Daniels.
Yeah, we did at Wicked.
No.
Oh,
I saw Harry Daniels approach
Benny Blanco.
Yeah.
Well, he told him that he wants him on Just Trish. Remember? He told us that story at the Wicked
so
premiere.
funny.
But it was about Maroon 5. Like.
Oh yeah, he went up to him and be like, I love, yeah. Well, at the Wicked premiere, Harry Daniels came up to us and was like, oh, I just sang, I think it was that day he sang to Benny Blanco. He's like, I just sang to Benny Blanco. And I told him, like, go on Just Trish. And I was like, oh, what did he say? And he's like, he said he was down, but he didn't know what to talk about. And I was like, well, don't worry about it.
Well, now we have a lot to talk about.
Like, I wonder if it's true. I believe him, but like that's so random. Like every time I see him, he's like, "Oh, I told this person about you. I told this person about you," and I was like, and I said, "I'm like, oh, hopefully one day one of these will work
It'll
out."
stick, yes.
And I appreciate the effort. But I can't imagine him singing to Benny Blanco and then just saying that.
Go
but
on, just-
if he did, that would be wild. If that was a real statement that he said to him, I would applaud him for sure. But it's so funny. I did see that one. Yeah, he loves Benny Blanco. He stands him.
I mean, he has his quirks for sure, Benny Blanco. Like, you know, he does paint his toenails. It is a little quirky. Sometimes I'm like, okay. But you know what? At
painting the
least he's
toenails.
himself, you know? And
Yeah.
let's applaud that.
Yes, I think he's refreshing. I like it. You know, and he's.
And he did talk about, in this People Sexiest Man issue, he talked about his hygiene, and that did also not help the
Oh, no.
hate campaign against him because, I mean, I think, okay, he said that he doesn't shower every day. He said, I do a thing where I don't believe in shampooing your hair or conditioning your hair. I'm really clean, but I don't shower every day. Some people I know shower 2-3 times a day, but I feel like the oils on your skin don't have time to rejuvenate and get juicy.
Yeah.
I want there to be an aroma as I'm walking by. I want to smell a little bit like a man and a little bit feminine. So I think the idea makes sense, right? But I think saying I want the oils to get juicy just it's a little too descriptive, I think.
Juicy is just such a gross word when used to
Yes.
describe sweating or
And
something.
oils,
I'm like,
yeah.
like no, but yeah, I like the sentiment.
The sentiment
yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, the idea, like, I like having a mix of, like, you know, the woody kind of scent and then also like a little vanilla or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
you know? So I get that vibe. I think not showering every single day, like if you don't have a lot of activity one day, then like whatever,
That's
sure.
how I feel. Yeah.
I think just the way that he worded it was just,
That's how he talks, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when he cooks on TikTok, he does a lot of cooking stuff. He makes it look awful. Just by the way he talks. Yeah, it's like he slaps it and he describes. He just.
I want to be friends with him.
But again, he seems like such a cool guy.
Wow, we all love him here. Look at us standing Benny Blanco.
I really didn't think this would come, but yeah, I really did have to turn around again, just because again there was just one article where they put all the reactions to like Benny Blanco, and the tweets in the article were like, "Run, Selena, while you can," or "Selena's braver than me," because if I woke up to that, I would scream.
Gosh,
Or-
leave that girl alone.
Wow. Another person said, "You want there to be an aroma as you're walking by? You mean the stench?" And then another person said, "Oh, Selena, girl, he stink, don't he?" So I'm like, damn.
I want to see what their partners look like. These people are so quick to be like, "Oh wow, wrong girl. Let's see your partner. Post him, okay? I would like to see how much he showers. I want to smell that person." Because more than not, a lot of people I don't even like to call it stinky because I don't think it's stinky. A lot of people just have an odor to them, like more people than not. There's very few people that you smell good, and if they do smell good, it's usually perfume. Like there's very few people who just smell fresh, like they just took a shower. Usually people hide it up or they stink. A lot of people just stink. There's nothing wrong with it. I agree with him. Like then aroma is an aroma, and even like pheromones. That's why were you explaining this to me of why gay men love armpits?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
like
right.
yeah, and they're like, oh, it's like the aroma, the pheromones that come out of the armpit that like can attract someone.
Yeah,
And so,
it's true. It's like the armpits, and then another one is balls. People really
do
get
stink
into
sometimes,
and people
yeah.
get. I was talking to one of the girls at Friendsgiving was like, "Oh, I just love." Again, it was a girl, not even a gay. But I was like, "Yeah, I just love like the balls."
Oh.
Like, yeah, like the.
Okay,
She's
well,
like,
I don't know.
She's
That
like, "I
sounds
love
wild.
that."
Like a person or a turkey. Because some people like the turkey part of it.
The turkey balls?
Yeah, you tuck them under or something, right? Don't you have to tuck them in? Yeah.
Wait, like a Thanksgiving turkey has balls
I
on
think
them?
so, right?
They definitely take everything out.
But there is the part you have to take out.
They
I
take
think
it.
so.
When we buy the turkey, it's out. They have what's it called, geezer.
Yeah, I don't know.
They have like the pieces they cut out, all stuffed inside,
Oh,
like a bag.
Yeah.
And the balls are in there?
Yeah.
Maybe, but
Yeah. No, seriously. Okay, this
but
is like
it's- yeah, but they're not attached like the ones that we buy.
be like, okay, this is so like this can be research. I grew up in a town called Byron, Illinois, and every time after Thanksgiving, they would have a festival, and it was the Turkey Testicle Festival, and literally people would go there to go eat the turkey testicles, like all over the
What?
state of Illinois. Yeah, Byron, Illinois, turkey testicles. They probably still have it. I forgot the place that they had it at. It was like a bar, and it was a huge thing. The Turkey Testicle Festival.
Was it like a delicacy or like a fear factor? Kind of like.
no, like people
No, it's a
wanted the
delicacy.
testicles.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, growing up there would be like different animals parts.
Yeah.
That would be barbecued. Yeah.
Barbecued is wild. I don't know how they serve these. I never had them, but
grilled or yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I don't know. But anyway.
I don't know. I don't like any of them. Don't give me any of those.
But as you were saying, like, some people are attracted to that natural kind of smell, so.
I don't mind a little smell. I don't want to go deep down in there. That's too close to, like, your booty hole, which is fine. I mean, it's clean. He bidets, but, still, I don't know. It seems...
Benny Blanco?
I don't know. We should ask him, Moses. But
I be there.
I was like, oh, you know a lot about Benny Blanco.
We should ask him when he comes. He's a straight man. We'll laugh.
Yeah, see, we do have questions for Benny Blanco.
We do.
Yeah.
So many questions. God, I love him. He's so funny too. Like his like feud with like Charlie Puth online. I think he's just like cute and funny.
I didn't even know he had a feud with Charlie Puth.
I don't know if it's real or fake. That's what I want to know. He always goes for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I literally don't know much about him. I don't know. I'm trying to train myself because for girls I'm very, very forgiving, obviously. But then like for Benny Blanco, I was so against him just because I saw that one, was it Zach saying, I think, where he was like mean about, where he's shitty about Selena. And I held on to that.
Oh, yeah.
I held on to it and I was like, no, like you can't just be with Selena after you said this. But Selena forgave him. It's been a long time.
That's the tea. Sometimes you got to just let that go
if
if it's
not
you.
Yeah, I know. It's very protective, I guess.
That's not bad. Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
But it's funny because with girls, I'm like very quick to forgive. I'm like, oh, she apologized, accountability, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But then for guys, I'm like, no.
Nope. I get that. As they should be held to a higher standard, especially Benny Blanco. But he seems at best.
Yes.
So,
and he treats Selena very well now. So I'm
time
like,
tells always. I hope they get engaged. That'd be so cute.
That would be cute. Yeah, I'm rooting for them. They seem like a
Have
sweet
a baby.
couple.
A baby would be cute.
More lookalike competitions.
Oh my gosh.
They're kind of getting out of hand. There was two over the weekend. There was a Jeremy Allen White lookalike contest, and then there was also a Zayn Malik lookalike contest.
I like the Zayn Malik one.
Me too.
It was a gender fluid contest.
Yeah,
which
so
I
was
liked.
the Jeremy Allen White ones. Now
really?
a lot of like lesbians or like mask presenting women or people are throwing themselves in the ring, and I love it. I think it's fierce.
I love it too.
Yes.
One won the Zayn, right? The Zayn one.
There was a mask girl who was in second place at the Zayn lookalike competition, and some people were like, is it a diversity hire? But then if you look at Zayn early One Direction, it kind of
looks like him.
There was a little similarity there. So
that.
I saw the vision. I definitely saw the
Where
vision.
was that one?
That's a good question. Let me see where that
I
one
feel
was.
like all over the world other than the States. Is it traveling? Is it the same people putting it on? Is it the same amount?
No, it's people who were just inspired by the Timothy Chalamet one.
Oh my God. They just are trying to get the celebrities to come out.
So the Zayn one was in New York. And then the Jeremy Allen White one was in Chicago.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. And now we have challengers in LA.
Yes, now we have a challengers
Are you going?
one. I feel like, depending on where it is, I guess what part of LA, like how close it is, but I feel like that's a good one to be boots on the ground for.
Yeah.
I am, because I do feel like it's easier to look like the challengers boys, you know what I mean, like than like a Zayn. Like Zayn has like a very specific look,
right?
I think it's like, the skinny white boy look. I feel like that's easier to fit into, I think.
Yeah, but so far all the lookalikes, like the Jeremy Allen White, you would think the same thing, right? Like rodent face or whatever, but like they look so much like exact. And I feel like Mike Weiss has such an interesting face. Josh O'Connor maybe more so, but I feel like, is it a duo? Like, do they have to enter together, or they just show up as like,
as they pick one? Yeah, that's
and
true.
They pick one or the other. I mean, it is a random one. Like, okay, challengers, I love it, but also what? I put it on. It's me. Because I was like, who is doing that? No one's talking about it anymore, but I'm excited to see it.
I know. I want to see what the guys look like.
Should you enter? You could go as Josh O'Connor.
I don't think I look anything like Josh O'Connor, but
just like grow a beard a little bit, get some short shorts on.
That's true. Oh my God, there will be a lot of shorts at that
you should
one.
go.
So that one would be a good one to be boots on the ground for.
Enter.
Because I do want to like observe, like the Jeremy Allen White one. There were a lot of hot guys at that one. And I was like, wow, all dressed the same.
Do you know where it's gonna be?
The
challengers
one. Let me see.
Oh my God, I want to. They did say it was like at some tennis court somewhere. I did see, like, if I don't know what part of LA it's in.
You can borrow the tennis racket.
Oh
yeah, that'd be so cute. Oh my God, you need to go. It's this Sunday, I think.
There's a Zendaya one also this weekend too.
In LA?
That one is in Oakland, I believe.
You can go to a few of them and win a few different ones.
As me?
That's true.
And that's true. We did cosplay as the challengers. We could go in our cosplay.
No, I'm saying you specifically.
Oh, okay.
Can cosplay different people and still win.
I don't think I could win any of these lookalike contests, but I like the idea of going.
Zendaya, maybe.
Love her. Wish I could look like her. Don't know about that, but.
Oh, Westwood Park tennis courts. Okay, not too far.
Is that like UCLA?
I think so. Yeah, that's like near UCLA.
Ooh.
Art and Patrick lookalike competition. I love that it's their characters' names.
characters.
Yeah, it's not even Mike Feist and Josh O'Connor.
Oh my God, that's actually even more iconic.
$50 cash prize as well. Yeah, they're all doing $50 cash prizes. I am
love
very
it.
intrigued to.
You know, I just love, again, in this time of the world that people can just like find some like lighthearted things to have fun at, you know?
Me too, yeah.
It's $50, but everyone looks like they're having such a blast. Like the Jeremy Allen White one, like everyone's like smiling and happy and excited to be there.
And really into it too.
That's what I'm saying. And it gives me excitement that people get excited for these things. That it's like, you know what? Let's go. And like, God, is it Sunday? What time is it on Sunday?
Let's see.
Like, I do want to go so bad. I just have so much anxiety, but I would love to go.
12 p.m.
Just at the courts.
Maybe you can go to it the way Timothy showed up to his lookalike contest where he had his like COVID little mask on, like a hoodie.
I'm going to do that. I'll come in my Challengers cosplay.
And observe. I am very intrigued. Like, I want to see how many people show up.
Oh my God. A lot, I bet.
Yeah, I feel like it's easy, like I said, easier to look like them. And they're not slowing down. Like, none of them have been a flop. Even like the Jeremy Allen White one, they said the people who put it on said they made the flyer as a joke, but then the flyer went viral. So like, oh shoot, we actually have to make it happen.
And they're just doing it like
paid
in
off.
common meetup areas.
Yeah, just like public spaces.
The Jeremy Allen White looked just like him. I was like, oh, that's really good.
He was also, I think he's like a mental health professional too.
Oh
so
my
I'm like,
God.
damn, yeah.
This is so cool. Someone should be documenting these.
He is a 37-year-old mental health therapist, is the winner of the Jeremy Allen White lookalike contest. His name is Ben. So shout out Ben.
Oh
He does look a lot like him.
So much. It's like crazy to think that you look so much like a celebrity. Like I obviously I cosplay, but there's like not a celebrity that looks so much like, but there's some people who look so exact. Who do you think you look the most like?
Bowen Yang, I guess. I could probably win the Bowen Yang lookalike contest.
You kind of do, actually. That is crazy. It's crazy how he looks like so many people. Like he did Charlie XCX,
Yes.
but he did someone else. Like
Mudang.
he did look like Mudang so well. Did he do someone during the Wicked auditions? Did you watch the SNL this week?
No, I only saw clips of Charlie.
God, he's done someone else, and I was like, God, he was so good. I can't think, but every person he plays, he looks just like them. It's crazy. Did you see Charlie XCX do Troye Sivan?
Yes. Again,
So
Troye
good.
Sivan, another one who a lot of people can do, apparently. Like Timothy did Troye Sivan, Charlie XCX did
Well,
Troye Sivan.
he has the most common look, I think, in a good way. Obviously, he's so attractive, but he has the most. People could look like him the most, like blonde and tall
It's like an attainable kind of look, I guess.
my
with like the
producer
tank top
Jeremy
and
looks
stuff.
just like him.
He actually
Every time-
does,
right?
yeah.
Okay, because I'm like, I feel like you do, and he says, no, I get like MGK more, but I'm like, no, I feel like you look like Troye Sivan.
I
And
think if he
it's good.
tried to, he could definitely, I feel like he can go either way
Yeah.
too, because if he had like a clean shaven face and stuff, I think he could be Troy. But
I'm gonna have him be Troy. He's doing all my music. He's gonna be my sound tech on tour. So I'm gonna have him dress up as Troye Sivan and give him a white tank top.
with the
He
little
could probably go
cutout.
on stage. We could do Charlie XCX and Troy together because we could kill it. He's so talented. He could sing it for sure. That's what we're gonna do. I'll call Addison and see if she wants to join. If Addison was with James Charles, we need to find out. That's so crazy.
I saw the whole list of people who were at the Short and Sweet tour.
she
Addison wasn't on the list. I think, again, it was very far away too. I just think the group that was flagging all the divas in the stands were just off on the Addison. Because then she just had brunette hair. So, and I was looking and I was like, that kind of doesn't look like Addison.
You would know, I think.
And I think we would have seen it like on Twitter and
Yeah,
stuff
that's
if it
true.
was Addison and James. But
I would do anything to get paparazzi'd with Addison Rae.
she
That'd
is
be so fun.
very good at being paparazzi.
I know. She just seems like she just serves. I just really love her.
And an effortless kind of serve too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like she kind of started as like the ironic pop girl, but I feel like now she is just like
So
pop
good.
girl.
Like bona fide pop
yes,
girl.
Yes.
I love her so much.
Addison Rae lookalike contest would kind of eat too.
Oh my God.
I worry
That'd be
about
everything.
the girl lookalike contest though, because like I saw a tweet about this too. It was like, because someone was like, why aren't there enough like girl lookalike contests? The Zendaya one's like the first one.
Yeah.
And people were like, well, look what you did to the girl who thought she looked like Megan Fox in Love is Blind. You know, you
Well,
told her to like
yeah,
unalive herself.
That's true. That's a good point.
You
I
know.
mean, right.
I feel like they're harder on girls. Like if you go
True.
and saying you look like a beautiful celebrity and you don't like live up to the standard, I feel like they're harder. You know?
That's true. I have seen some, I think it's on TikTok. There is somebody who looks just like Zendaya. And every time I scroll, I'm always like, she's like live a lot. And she goes, no, everyone always thinks she's Zendaya. She looks just like her. Well, I feel like, which is interesting because she's so unique looking that I wouldn't think there'd be a lot of people, but maybe there will be.
There's this one girl I follow on Twitter. Her name is Julia, and she looks a lot like Zendaya as well. And she's like a Zendaya stan account too. So it's like she doesn't even try to look like Zendaya. She's not like going out of her way. She just
Right.
like naturally
She just
like looks like her. Yeah.
Did you know Ariana Grande lookalike contest?
Oh my god, that one would be insane. Probably Ariana's worst nightmare. Unless
Like,
you win.
don't
then,
do it. I'll go to that
Yes,
one.
you
I'll enter for sure.
You honestly could do, like, if you were short on money, you could collect $50 at a lot of lookalikes. You could put a Sabrina one. You could do CHAPPELL. You could do.
I'm ready for the CHAPPELL.
Ariana. You really could like go around and collect a lot of lookalike competition, like $50
Just for the
checks.
dollar checks. I would do it.
Yes.
Just for the plot. I love the idea of it. Who votes? Just the crowd?
The crowd, yeah.
But like, who gets? I mean, obviously, you can't vote for every single person there. How do you like narrow it down to like the
That's
top 5 or 10 that they
like,
vote
what
on?
are the mechanics of it?
Someone just goes and like you.
I think. Was there a judges panel? It could have been a joke where I saw a tweet about like a judges panel, or it could have been for real. Actually, I have no idea. But
there must be someone making the decisions.
yeah, there's got to be some kind of like like America's Got Talent, Howie Mandel, like
Right.
Heidi Klum.
Yes.
I wouldn't
Howie
be surprised
Mandel.
if they turned that into a show or something though, just because it is so. But by the time they do, it'll be like lame to do that,
Right, like a great. They did have a lookalike show, but I think you had to like sing and perform like the person. They should have one where you just look like the people.
Yeah, but the Jeremy Allen White ones, they were like, there was one that was really like embodying him, like smoking. He said he was the paparazzi photo Jeremy Allen White because he
That's
always
so
carries
funny.
like flowers from the farmer's market and like
Oh.
smokes.
Do you think he sets it up? Because like, who just does that? Who's just carrying flowers and smoking?
I think he just goes to these farmer's markets.
But I feel like when you go to a farmer's market, you get like bags full of stuff too. You don't just walk out with flowers.
I think the paparazzi photos were when he was dating Rosalia, and then he got the flowers for Rosalia, and then they were smoking together. Which
serve.
it was very cinematic, I suppose. But
I love it. What would you stage your paparazzi look with?
that is a good question.
Like, what do you want to be seen with?
That is a good question. Oh my god, it depends. Whatever my like hyperfixation is at the time, I think would probably
What's your current
play
one?
a big part of it. Oh, it would be good if I was like leaving the theater at the AMC after seeing Wicked, and I have like the Wicked popcorn bucket, and I'm crying. You know what I mean? Because then I feel like
an
I feel like
emotional?
Cynthia Erivo would repost that to her Instagram
for
story.
sure would gag,
she's a
for
repost
sure.
diva, so I think she would love. Yeah,
That's a good one. Are you gonna go with the popcorn bucket?
maybe actually, we're probably gonna have to go. I'll probably have to go Thursday morning.
Oh, because the buckets
remember,
will be sold out.
Yeah, I feel like they'll be a popular.
They're not out
buy.
yet, right?
I don't think so. I saw someone who has like a inside at a Regal. I don't know which Regal, but someone from a Regal had the popcorn buckets. But
Are you just gonna go to AMC because you just love AMC?
I have the AMC A list, but
I gotta figure out. I have a Cinemark near me. I guess I have a Regal. I can go look for the buckets because I would love to like get all the buckets.
yeah,
But
I
it
feel like
seems
you kind
a
of
lot.
need at this point. But
Maybe if you're out there and want to be a bucket collector for me, let me know. Email me to my business
if
account.
you have an in at any of the theaters,
Ooh, yeah. Actually, seriously, email me. I will actually, because I know we talk about food runners. This is a one-time gig, but I will seriously pay someone to help me collect these buckets.
although you might need to re-up them for the Moana nacho boat too.
Is that out? Yeah, is that coming out this
That's
weekend?
the next weekend, I think.
Okay, so if anyone has an in to any of these, let me know. And if we get the buckets, like if we get them on a nacho boat next weekend, can we go in and get it filled up?
I think so, because when I got the Eras Tour popcorn bucket, I just came back with a bucket and they refilled it for me.
Okay, let us know. So Cinemark, Regal, AMC.
AMC, yeah.
Is there another one?
I think that's it. I think.
Looking for Wicked, help, inside information on the Moana wave and the nacho boat.
Yeah, because I think even like the Barbie ones sold out pretty quick too. Like the Barbie convertible.
I couldn't find those anywhere.
It sold out like that first day, I think.
I hope they have more because they have to know that it's going to be crazy and everybody wants these
I
buckets.
love the popcorn bucket trend. I don't know. I know it's like a little bit played out by now, but
No,
I get into it every time. I'm like, damn, that's.
The Wicked ones are so cool. There's like a glow in the dark one Moses was showing me. There was like, I guess I like the tin ones, just the classic tins. But there's like so many cool things. There's selling like blankets at one of the movie theaters.
Really?
Yeah, like Wicked blankets, which is like they should do that more because everybody wants a blanket.
Everyone gets cold in the movie theater. Yeah.
I feel like they should do that more often. I'm excited for all this. We're gonna find them. We're gonna get them.
I
can't wait to
know.
talk about it. So we got Universal. We got so much, but we'll figure out what's gonna happen and what's gonna actually happen. But we'll get something out there just because I want to do it all.
I know.
And how long is the Wicked thing going at Universal? Do you know?
For the rest of the year.
Okay.
Yeah, so we do have time on that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Because I do want to go.
Yeah, it's all through December. They're going
Oh, okay.
all in on Wicked over there at Universal.
I'm so excited. And there's a Wicked experience at ours or no?
the Universal Studios Florida has the one with the actors and stuff. I know ours isn't the full tea over here in LA. And Florida Universal, they have the whole experience where it's like you walk in, there's characters doing Alpha and Glinda, and it's like a whole thing. But
I'm so jealous.
I know they do get the tea over there in Florida
know.
sometimes. Yeah,
Florida, we're coming for you. Call Strawberry 17 to get us those VIP plugs.
Universal Studios, please.
Those VIP people. We need it. Well, I can't wait I'm so excited you're seeing Wicked this week. It's gonna be so
I know.
good.
I'm
It's gonna be fun to
very
talk about.
excited about it. It's like I don't know. It really just hit me like I said, and now I'm like ready to like fully hyperfixate on it.
Yeah.
And again, not a musical diva, but I'm about to be. I think.
I love that.
Yeah.
This is your second musical this year. You saw Mean Girls.
Oh my God, you're so right.
Did you see another one? Oh, you saw Joker too.
Oh, T, that's pretty
You're
much
a
a
musical
musical.
diva.
Yeah, I think I'm officially a musical girl, a musical gay.
I love that for
Yes.
you. Do you know there's like hetero curious or something? Have you heard that one before?
No.
Okay, so oh my God, this is crazy. So this morning in Glam, one of my there's a few people here today, and one of my hair person was telling me about this app called Field. Have you heard of it?
Yeah,
You
My
have?
yeah, I had a friend who met a couple on there. Yeah.
Yeah, you can be M is for majestic, so you can be like the unicorn in a couple situation.
Oh, I didn't know it. That's what it's called?
Yeah, so there's different
Oh.
like, but there's literally like not kidding, maybe 70 different sexualities on there.
Really?
And one of them was like hetero curious or hetero questioning, hetero like, I don't know, whatever. It means that you're straight, but you're like, maybe I could be this. Like, I don't know yet. You know
Oh.
what? But there were so many. There's obviously the asexual. There was like androgen sexual. There's like all these different things. And it was like, it was really cool. I didn't realize there's like anything. The one that kind of, I guess I'm just not familiar with. I don't want to say it was interesting. Is the objectisexual where you're like with like objects. But I was like thinking, I'm not knocking it, but like, okay, it's obviously an app where you have to communicate person to person. How do you communicate with an object?
Well, I haven't
They were
even
like,
heard of that.
Yeah, it's on there. They were going through it, and it was like objectisexual, and it was someone who's attracted to
Really?
objects. But I was like, how are you going to meet an
Was there a
object?
show on TLC like they showed people that were making love to their car, to a building.
Oh, right. So there is a
Like
whole
the
a whole community, I guess, of that. But I just don't know how you communicate with that object. Like, if
Right.
you love a car, how is it going to be on an app?
Maybe it's people that find other people that are also sharing the
Share the
passion.
objects. It was
How
so interesting. Did you look it up?
Yeah. Pretty much exactly what you said.
Yeah.
A group of paraphilias characterized by sexual or romantic attraction focused on particular inanimate objects.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before.
So I guess they just, like you said, maybe find people that also like that. Because I thought they were trying to find an object they liked on there.
It's like, yeah, how do you match with that?
I was like, well, okay. There was just so many things I was learning this morning. I was like, this is cool. People just out there just, wandering the world trying to find someone like them. I like that it's all on an app too, so you can just like get it out of the way. Be like, I like this,
Yeah, I guess I didn't know much about it. I just had a friend who like met up with someone and I guess like what you said was like the unicorn. But I didn't know it had like everything. That's interesting. Is it like also for like, is it just for like men identifying, or is it for also like whatever you identify as?
Whatever you identify as.
Oh, I had no idea. Okay.
There's like transgender non-binary on there. There's like, there's so many different.
That's kind of cool then. I like that.
Yeah. And she's like, and I'm like, oh my God, are you like hetero curious, whatever? And she goes, oh no, I'm just like straight. I'm like, oh, that's so funny. She's just like on that app looking for like other straight people. But I was like,
wow.
okay. But she like loved all the other ones. And then it just like goes through all this stuff and it says like what you're into. And I don't know. I opened my eyes in this whole new world and I was like, I kind of like that. But Hugh Jackman never talks about his sexuality. So I didn't know if he was like really like what he identified as.
Yeah, I don't, as far as I know, straight, but I mean, I don't know. But that's so interesting. I guess because when you were like thinking about the app, because like there's sometimes girls on GRINDR and then be like, there'll be like screenshots
me.
like, girl, what are you doing here? And so they're just like,
I did
well,
that.
someone's got to be straight.
I got kicked off of GRINDR. Did I ever tell you that story? I did. They wouldn't let me on. Yeah. I was so sad about it too. I don't want to bring up the past, obviously, but there was a time that I was just, like I was going like through, I was confused about a lot of things for myself, like my own sexuality, my own, identity and stuff like that. And so I just was like, well, maybe if I go on here, but I actually did get kicked off. I think people thought like I was, I met some nice people, but I think people thought, I don't know what they thought, but it wasn't, I just got kicked off.
Oh my God. Did you get like a notification or all of a sudden you're just like,
My profile was gone.
Oh my God.
So It didn't say it like violated community guidelines or anything
It
like
just
that.
like,
It just like
banned you?
wasn't there. This was like 2019.
Oh my
the
God.
cursed year.
Yeah, that
the
doesn't make
cursed year.
sense.
I was on there, and yeah, I didn't show anything though. I wasn't showing like my genitals or
Yeah,
anything
I don't
on
think
there.
you can't like as your main photo. Like you can't do.
Oh, what's the one you show it? Scruffies. Sniffies?
Sniffies, yeah.
But there's
Sniffies,
scruffy too, right?
There's,
Sniffies.
Yeah, there's
Scruff.
scruff,
Sniffies.
grinder, and then sniffies. But yeah, those are all like
Sniffies
gay.
is genitals.
Yeah, the sniffies is nothing like no holds barred.
Yeah, it's kind of cool though. Like it's like a location, so you can kind of like see all the different ones,
Yeah,
different
it's like
places.
a map. Yeah. And then I from what I remember, like even for Scruff too, like you couldn't make your main photo like it had to be
face.
no nudity or anything in it. Like you obviously you can have like the album or whatever, but I don't think you can. I mean, maybe they changed. I don't know, but as far as I know,
I think I had my glitter photo for real as my profile picture. I really do, because I had a professional photo and I was like, oh yeah, that was I think the one. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think that was also 2019. What happened that year? And I think that was my main photo, but I wasn't on it long enough to stay on it. But can women not be on there? I guess, huh?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know if like cis women can be on there. I don't know. I've seen screenshots or whatever, or it's where there have been like girls on there, and then there'll be like a gay person being like, "Girl, what are you doing here?" And then the reply was like, "Well, I know there's some of these guys on here got to be straight, or like sometimes they just
really?
wanted like a friend or something
I
too."
think a friend is the way to go. I love, like, I really don't have any gay friends anymore on GRINDR, and it makes me so sad because I loved going through GRINDR with all my friends, and now no one has it anymore. And I was like, well, this is boring.
I know.
Like Glam too, they would always be like at 6 a.m. be on like Sniffies, and then be like, look down the street, look at this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. I miss it.
That is true. I
Yeah.
do like same with like all the dating apps or whatever too. They were a good time waster, I will say. Like same with like Tinder or Hinge and stuff. Like
Or entertainment too.
Yes,
I was
yeah.
like, I want to see. It's just cool to have like a Rolodex of people out there.
and
I loved it.
it's like draining at the same time, I guess, because it depends on your mood. I guess it could be like a key, but then it can also be depressing. Like, damn, there's a lot of people and no one wants to be with me. Or it could be like, wow, there's so many people and I have so many options. And
I think you feel that way, because that was how I felt. I was like, damn, I'm like on all the apps. Like I literally would scroll so much that like it would be like there's no more matches. Yes, and I'm in LA.
Yes.
And I was like,
I'm like, damn. And then you'd have to like make your vicinity like huge to be
mine
like
was like the whole state.
Yes.
And I was like, you swipe through everybody.
all the way to Orange, San Diego,
Yes.
Orange County,
Oh,
Sacramento.
like 100-mile radius.
Yes.
I always did. And I was like, wow, I really am finding.
And then it would like show the circle loading, be
Yes.
like no more availables in
And
your
it was
area.
so
I'm like,
sad.
damn, I really burned through all of California.
It'd be like 10 o'clock on a Friday night. And I'm like, I'm so depressed right now. It was so
It's
sad.
like it's over.
But don't feel that way if you're on the apps, because so many people are feeling that way too. And I just feel like don't
See,
feel that way.
yeah.
And a lot of people do meet people on apps. I was talking to my Glam this morning, and she said she met her long-term boyfriend on Tinder. So I think it's out there. I think it's there. I never did meet someone good off an app, I will say.
Did I think my first boyfriend was off of Tinder, I want to say. I went on a lot of Tinder dates. But yeah, I don't think Hinge, I know, has the better reputation, but I don't think I actually went on Hinge dates that often.
I never did. Never.
'Cause I
I don't
think-
know if I had a Hinge.
I definitely had a Hinge. It was like the classier one, I guess, you know.
Why? What made it classier?
I think the branding of that one is like you get on Hinge specifically to get in relationships versus like Tinder is kind of just like dating, kind of like F-boy vibes. At least that's the like, you know, connotation of it or whatever. But I had more luck with Tinder than like a Hinge.
I was like gold Tinder. I was like
Me
my
too.
app is, where are you? You
I would
paying?
pay. Yeah.
We have that in common.
Uh-huh.
I was like, God, I'm such a loser. But honestly, like I respected people who did pay, because I was like, oh, that's why I liked Match too, because it's like, okay, we both paid to find a relationship, you know, which means you're like really dedicated
Serious
and committed.
about it,
Yeah, I
yeah.
feel like the ones that were doing it for free or whatever, it was like,
And I hated when like on the unpaid Tinder one, you couldn't see who like swiped on you, or whatever. And I was
Right.
like, it would show you the little blurry things, and I would like literally like take a screenshot, zoom in. I'm like, oh, this little blurry photo could be hot, you know. So that's how they got me, because I really wanted to see.
Like, I want to see what that picture
Uh-huh.
is. Well, I think Bumble, you could pay to like go back.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, let me do that, because I would like.
Same. I literally paid for all of them. Thank God that it was like over, because I think I would literally be like in debt.
Same. I spent so much money. They're probably still charging me. I don't even know. How do you get off of it? Because I'm pretty sure like I never like, I don't know how you like deactivate. I just deleted the app, but like am I deleted off
Oh, that's a good question.
Am I still on
think
there?
after a while, your account probably, if you're not active on it, it probably goes away.
Oh.
I think. I don't know if I ever like deleted mine either.
Like,
I think I just delete the
completely
app.
deactivate it. Yeah.
I have no idea. That is a good question. I honestly don't even remember.
Did you ever see anybody on there? Like any famous people?
Any YouTubers a lot. I would see no one like famous. Though I would see. I saw James Charles. I saw Manny, Gabriel Zamora.
Oh, Holy Trinity right there.
I'm trying to think if I saw. Anyone.
Did you ever match?
No.
You didn't swipe?
No.
Did you want to swipe just out of curiosity?
But it's kind of embarrassing because then you could see who, like, if they have the paid one, then you see who swiped on you. Then it's like kind of embarrassing. I think.
No, when Moses and I broke up one time, well, we weren't really dating, but when we weren't talking, when he was avoiding me, I went back on the apps and I found him on Bumble and I swiped right.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't know if it matched actually, or did I just send you a screenshot? I don't think it even matched. I was like, hey, look what I found on here. Were you on it, or you just didn't delete your profile, or were you on it?
It's the same thing. Like I thought you just delete the app and that was it. But after that, I learned you have to go into the app, deactivate the whole thing, then delete. So I had to actually download the app again, deactivate it.
So you weren't on there.
No.
Because I was like, oh, wow, look at this on here on the dating apps already. Like, we weren't officially dating. Technically, we never broke up. We weren't dating, but this is when he was ignoring me. And I just saw him on the apps. I was like, oh. And then I swiped right. And I was like, damn, no match. Huh?
I think we matched.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
No. That means you would have swiped right on me before?
Probably,
you didn't see me.
Because I think,
You saw me in the apps before we met.
No, not before we met, after.
Oh, so you were ignoring me, but then you saw me in the app and you're like, okay, let's
No, like,
match.
I don't know what it was, but we matched.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look back.
So.
God, I wish I saw my old Instagram because I probably could have seen. Because I can't go back to our old text, like our first text. I can't go back to. Like, it's so annoying. My text like delete. Yeah, it's so. I wish I could see it all, but. Anyways, it's the worst thing when you see someone on there. Zach Bryan on Ryan.
Hey, that's what I was gonna say. It is getting very Zach Bryan on Ryan.
Oh my God.
But that one especially because like. They were together for so long, so you really have to go back and reactivate it. So he was like really busted. You can't use the excuse like, "Oh, I never deleted it." Yeah,
Oh God, that's awful. I saw George Lopez on there. Did I say that one time? I saw George Lopez on Tinder.
On Tinder?
Did I not say that story?
No.
I mean, we did not match, but I remember it was when I was living in that creepy house in the Hollywood Hills for like literally like 4 months, and I remember that was my radius was Hollywood because before that I was like living by the beach, and so like Hollywood I started seeing like all the celebrities, and I thought it was like so cool.
Wow.
And I saw George Lopez on there a lot. Like it was like I constantly like kept coming up. And I saw George Lopez. Yeah, there was a lot of like celebrities on Tinder.
I never have seen any. The only influencer I ever matched with was Garrett Watts, and that was like a really short one. But
did you talk to him? Did we just say
we talked? Yeah, I had like a really short conversation. It didn't go anywhere, but I remember I was like, oh, it's Garrett. But
you guys look like each other kind of too.
Glasses. But then there's people now that like I've seen on Twitter. There's people who like match with like Troy or like Lucas Gage or whatever. But then you tweet it and then it's over. You know what I mean? It's like,
is it weird? Yeah, I guess it is kind of weird.
Yeah,
I don't know.
like if I was a single and I matched with anyone, I wouldn't even come on here and say because then my chance would be over. Unless like if we like matched or whatever. If they like never swiped, then I would say it. Yeah, but
But you're like now you could though if you matched with somebody.
Yeah, well, because now I don't have an account, so it's like I can say
like,
whatever. It's just lore at this point.
Yeah, yeah. I guess for like the plot. See, that's why I'm so glad there wasn't TikTok when I was dating because I probably would go on so many dates just for like the plot of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like YouTube was that to an extent because you wanted a story time, but TikTok is just so like fast and quick and like so much like. It just goes out there super quick. So
yeah, I was just going on dates just to have something to talk to like friends about. You know what I mean? I would literally say yes to every date because like also it was like you never know. Like even if I wasn't feeling it, I was like. I could be surprised.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Totally, yeah.
And I was thinking about this the other day too because I was like, thank God I don't have to deal with it anymore because it just even going out like twice over this weekend, I was like, damn, I'm tired. But back in the day, I would have dates like 3-4 times a week. And I think
it's just like when you're young, you have the energy and excitement for it. And then especially once you get in a relationship, like I just want to have the energy. Like if anything happened to me and Moses, I'm like, I just don't think I truly like. He's like, no, you would date or something like that. And I'd be like, no, I don't think I'd have the energy.
Someone would literally just have to like walk in and just like find me. I think.
Same.
I don't think I'd have the energy to like look.
Same. I would have to hire like a private chef and then we fall in love or something. And I was like, okay, I guess that worked out. But everything else, I don't know how that would work. Yeah. I'm just like, dating sounds exhausting. Like going out is exhausting. Like you said, just us going out. Our anniversary's coming up and we're trying to figure out something to do. And I'm just like, he got me a big present, which I'm a little nervous about.
It was so funny.
He said he has a big present that he can't travel with us anywhere.
Like I don't want to carry because our anniversary will be in New York, and I don't want to carry it to New York. But then I know that she wants, small, expensive jewelry. So she's like,
Well, because I gave
I'm
him
not gonna. She's like, I don't think I'm gonna be excited about this.
I
one."
gave him a list. I gave him like my dream board, my shared album dream board, and it's all jewelry. So because like that's
Right,
his thing.
but there's also Christmas and there's other events.
But I don't. Like, there's nothing I could want that's big. He's like, I can't take it with me. I'm like, well, I don't want anything big.
Big. What is?
What did
could
you think
be?
it is? He's like, and so anyways, he's like, we have to like think of a date night so I can give you this gift. And I was like,
Yes, I want to do it before we go to New York.
but I'm just like, and I told him like, is it something I'm gonna be excited about or? Because I'm just like, I don't know. You seem
Moses
excited.
is a good gift giver, though.
He is, and he seems excited about it. Like he wants to give it. He said, he wants to give it to me now. He's like, well, I'm not gonna give it to you on anniversary. And I was like, well,
Well, if it's not an anniversary anyways, so might as well not wait.
what do you think it is? I don't know.
I don't know.
No, but let's not ruin the surprise.
There's just no way I could even guess. There's nothing. I'm thinking like, you know what I wanted really bad for here at the Just Trish Studios? I want like a see-through fridge so we can put the water bottles
I
on there.
got you a fridge. How did you know?
Like a pink see-through fridge.
That is fierce.
Right, and have
That
the
is
Just Trish bottles. So that
fierce.
way when people come, they can just grab. Even we can have some Diet Cokes and Cokes, like whatever people want, they can just grab. They'll be like, oh my god, you have a Shirley
So-
Temple
I
in
was
there.
gonna say, yes.
Yeah.
Just all pink everything.
Just the noise they make. That's the only reason I'm not having it in the studio.
Not in this studio, in our green room out there.
Yeah.
Is it that?
I did not get you a fridge for our anniversary.
I want
I
a
don't think we're in
fridge.
the appliance
I want the
stage yet
fridge.
where I get you.
Wow, okay. I'm just like, I was just like, okay, that's weird. But anyways, even trying to figure out like something to go out and do our anniversary, I was just like, that sounds like. I don't think we celebrate our anniversary. I think last year I was tired. I was like, let's just stay in.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
I am also in that stage. We probably
Yeah.
sound so old, but it is tea. Like now, even like for dinners and stuff, it's like, well, I'll just order it to the house. Like
Yeah.
Maggiano's at the house. You know what I mean? I'm
I
like,
love
damn.
ordering it to the house.
Me too.
It's so nice. There is something nice about like going out like a little bit. But like you said, you go to like Sabrina. Like we do fun date nights, like Wicked. That's a date night to me. I was like,
Yeah,
that's fine. We
same.
went out. You know what I mean? I don't know. To go out on like a.
It just this 2 months are so jam packed.
Yeah.
Between like, Thanksgiving, live shows, New York. Like there's so much going on.
We're busy.
But
I know. I do like the dating element is fun, at least for like the lore and the stories
Yeah.
and stuff. But damn, it is exhausting.
I like
So-
hearing about other people's
Me
dating.
too.
It is fun.
It
That's
is
why I
fun.
was like, oh, like to not have anyone on Grindr anymore just like makes me sad a little bit.
Yeah.
I love it and I love Grindr. Hopefully we'll be the #1 podcast on Grindr this
I
year.
know.
It's gonna be hard to take over Trixie and Katya. I don't know if that's a possibility, but
I think maybe if
Tied.
we really campaign, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the way that like the stars campaign for like the Oscars and stuff. I
Yes.
think we have to campaign for the Grindr podcast of the year.
or we pay like John Krasinski.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Give a couple $100,000.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I mean, if we beat Trixie and Katya at Grindr, I feel like we definitely paid allegedly to be on that.
Do I know? I might know someone who I don't
Works
know if
at
they
Grindr?
work at Grindr or just went to the Grindr Halloween party.
Oh.
But I
Well.
think they might work there.
Grindr does cool stuff too. Don't they do like they have like a YouTube channel where they do like fun little interviews with people
Oh,
and stuff?
yeah.
Yeah, I would love to do something with you, Grindr.
Oh yeah, Grindr.
Love you so much. Even though you kicked me off, I think, allegedly. They're like, I should find my profile. I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe it's still there. I'll try and check it in. It was a good time. The dating apps. I don't miss them though. I don't. I really don't. Like as much as I'm like, oh, they're so exciting. I don't miss them. I was depressed. I was that person that was depressed because I'm by myself. I was like, wow, nobody likes me. And then the people who did like me, I'm like,
Yes.
you know, like
that
this
the
is it.
thing.
Okay.
Mhm.
But I never dated anybody off an app. I've like met a few, but I've never dated anyone.
Yeah, I think. I mean, yeah, literally just one boyfriend I had was off of Tinder. Other than that, just like dates or whatever, but never really resorted to anything. And I was also randomly, I don't know why I was thinking about this, but I think I passed I was driving and I passed one of the places. I had like 3 spots that I would do like all the dates at or whatever. I think I drove past one and I was like, wow, memories. Because I literally remember
Really?
like so many dates we would go on and I would like, you do the whole spiel, like you talk, whatever. And then like we would leave the bar, whatever. And then we'd always, and it wasn't even me like initiating. Everyone would want to make out with me, and then we would go to
wait,
the car,
really? Oh my
yes, and make out. And then you think that's a good sign if they're
That
asking, if they're
is.
like initiating a make out, and then
In the restaurant?
they like walk to the car or whatever.
Wow.
Yes,
Oh
literally.
my God.
So they would always end in a make out, always.
Wow.
I thought it was a badge of honor. I'm like, damn, they want to make out with me.
Yeah.
But it would always be like, oh, we make out, and then like the text the next day be like, Yeah, I think we should just be friends or whatever. I'd be like,
Oh,
what?
no.
I
They,
think
like,
they were
didn't
just
feel the
horny.
spark.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to make out and like dry hump.
That's
I guess,
nice. At least they
but-
wanted to make out. I feel like everyone just want to have sex and not make out. Like people wouldn't even kiss, but they'd put your like bodies on each other. I was
That's
like,
true.
okay.
Yeah, some people just want to go straight into it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I was always more of like I love
wanna kiss
kissing.
you.
Yes, I was like that was my thing. Like I loved to kiss or whatever.
Wow.
I think because I went so many years without kissing.
Oh, same.
Like, yeah, what's
I was like, wow, someone wants to kiss. No one I've been with has been a kisser. I don't know what it is. I guess I'm like, all right, I guess we're not kissing that much. Do you still? Would you consider yourself a makeout king now?
Now I'm like so like not very PDA-y, so I have to like really be in the mood.
But
to,
like at
make
home, are you a kisser?
Not even at home, not really. I
Yeah.
think because it's like also with me and my boyfriend, we're very opposite schedule. It's like I'm more like touchy in the morning and he's more touchy at night. Like he's not a morning person and I go to sleep early. So it's like we kind of have to like really schedule things out. It's like we're in that phase.
Same.
Yeah.
Ours is always in the middle of the day. I'm like, all right. And there's definitely little kissing involved. Kissing takes up time. Seems like a lot. And then if you just ate something, it's like I gotta brush my teeth.
There's a lot to think about now.
Kissing is no our thing. We give pecks.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
You know, it's cute. I don't know. I never guess was like a makeout queen anyways, because in general, guys have like cold tongues. Like it's never like too inviting.
There's
But
some, especially with guys, like with gay guys, there's some that get too tonguey. Like they really
like shove
and
it
there's-
down your throat.
Yes, and it's like they like grab your tongue too, and like they like it's like a tongue sucking kind of thing.
Oh.
And it was too
I
intense.
don't like that. We're like-
yes.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be hot. I was just like, it kind of hurt my tongue. I was like, this is a
Yeah.
lot.
Do you ever get a blister on it?
Like a
I
little
got
scrape.
blisters.
Yes.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, that's not good. Nah. I don't miss that making out with strangers.
No, we should have just like a gay on who's like very on the app, so because I want to get caught up on like what's
Yes.
new on like Grindr and
If you're a
like,
grinder king, hit us up.
maybe Austin Show. Austin Show's a single.
Is he on Grinder?
I think so. He might not even need to be on. Austin, let us know.
Yeah.
Someone clip
He's
this
like,
and send
I
this
don't
to
need to be
Austin.
on there. What are you
I
talking
know. I
about?
feel like he has so many options just because he's hot, you know. But
it's like Troye Sivan being on there. I'm
Yeah,
like, I don't need to be on
exactly.
it. I wonder who his type is. I guess he said he's having bad luck with dating guys.
For
so.
Troy, yeah, I do wonder what his type
Mm-hmm.
is. I feel like probably from what I've seen of his ex-boyfriends, I think just like pretty like model-esque
Okay.
kind of like.
Isn't it weird when two pretty people date each other? Aren't you
Yeah,
like,
it's kind of like
"Nah."
okay, we get it. You know what I mean?
I think that like I love Nara Smith and Lucky. Obviously, we love them, but they're just so pretty and they kind of look like the same. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah.
like okay, you're just two pretty people just with pretty babies. Because there was one where they're like biking in the middle of like a cottage or something, and I was just like, wow, they're just like really beautiful people.
Yeah, I guess though, if one is like look at like Benny and Selena, then like poor Benny is like, Selena, why are you
I
with
like
him?
that better.
I do like that better,
Yeah.
but it is stressful to be the less attractive one in that relationship. So it is.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
Heavy, yeah, it's a heavy burden to to bear for sure. But I like it more.
I do too, because the other one I think of is like Alex Earl and her boyfriend. He's like a Miami Dolphins player, and they look like identical to each other. And I'm like, they're cute, but also like a little weird.
And they're Barbie and Ken for Halloween. I was like, we get it, you know.
But it's like looking at a male version of yourself. You're just kind of like, I don't know.
Especially
Seems
with
odd.
gay guys when it's like they're both so hot and they already kind of like look alike, then it's like even
Yeah.
worse because it's two guys, you know.
Unless you're Ben Platt and Noah, I love them so much. But everyone else is weird. Yeah. No, I think it's so weird. Whenever I find guys with like light eyes or light hair, I just like don't find it like attractive. Like who was I don't know. It's just like not my type. Who was I like? Oh, Modern Family. Ed O'Neill. I'm like, he is attractive, but I'm like, I think we look too much alike.
The guy who plays Jay?
Yeah. He had a blonde wig in the episode yesterday. He was like Prince Charming or something like that. And I was like, I don't know if I like the way he looks. And I'm like, oh, I think because he looks like me.
I was not expecting that.
But they look good together because they're very, like, they look different than each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Modern Family. Such a good show. I wish they would bring it back. It's so good.
Let me see.
Oh, we have Lily from Modern Family coming on this Thursday.
That's big.
Yeah, she was a great interview. Her and her mom joined us. I didn't know she was only 17. She was great. She was so
she's
funny.
17?
Yes.
I guess that makes sense because she was literally a baby on Modern
3.
Family, but my God.
3 when she auditioned, couldn't even read. Her mom was feeding her lines. It's such a good interview. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I was like, how does that work? And she like won a SAG award at 4. Like, okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she was so tea. I love her. So look out for that. God, Modern Family. And I told her, I'm like, I've never met a hyperfixation while I'm hyperfixating on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was telling her, I'm like, this is so surreal because I watch probably 4 episodes a night of Modern Family. So I'm just like, this is so surreal. And I was just like, it was so cool to see. And I'm like, you probably hate when people are like, Lily. But I was like, Lily's here. She was great. So that's coming up Thursday. Check it out.
A little prediction that you will want. Tesla has a new robot. Have you seen
No, I
this
don't want
robot?
anything Tesla.
No.
I have a prediction. You will want this robot.
Why? Is it chubby? I would love a chubby robot. That'd be cute.
No, because everywhere I look, I see Kim Kardashian posting her robot.
No, she's sponsored by Elon Musk or something.
Something.
She's not going to influence me anymore. Cybertruck.
I don't know. There is something very spooky about it. I don't like that. Especially,
You saw it? I haven't seen it.
I remember they had like Tesla did a whole like reveal of these robots like last month or something, maybe a month or two ago, and it looked like, I don't know, it looked too scary to me. Like it looks like
A
a
person?
dystopian like movie. Like
I don't like
because
it.
I guess they could say like, I think Elon's plan is to have more robots than like humans at
my
some point, is
God.
what he said. So I'm like, that is suspicious to me.
What if robots take over the world?
Honestly, that's what I'm like.
They kill us all.
Honestly, though.
No, the thing is, they can control your car. Like, let's say they can control your Tesla car, right?
Yeah.
So they can definitely control a robot that's in your house.
Yeah.
You control your Tesla car?
Yeah, they can definitely. They can like steer it off,
Oh my
turn
God.
it off. Like they.
You should
Yeah.
trade yours in immediately. Because I feel like, what if we talk bad about Elon and then they're like, oh,
That
that's...
honestly, T, because they like all of a sudden I
scared.
just have software upgrades and stuff, and now I never paid for the like the automatic
self-driving.
driving, and I keep getting it. It's like, oh, it's available, and I'm like, I'm not going to use automatic driving. I literally have never paid for it. Why all of a sudden now? And it's not. It doesn't even say like free trial. It just came with
gosh.
the software upgrade, and I'm like,
No.
I know what's going on.
Don't trust it.
No.
Don't trust it. When are you
No.
trading it in?
My lease is up in September, I think.
Of next year?
No, this. Oh wait, yeah, next year. I still have 8 months to survive, I guess.
Oh my God, that's great. You'll survive, but also scary.
I don't know. I don't trust those robots at all.
Wait, do you have a picture? You saw him or no?
Oh, yeah. It's just looking up. you know.
Kim posted it? I do love Kim, though. Oh, ew. No, I don't want that. That's scary.
No.
That's so scary. Oh. Okay, heart emoji.
That's how they get you.
That's
Oh,
Malibu.
they're loving. They're caring.
It's very Megan, like that movie. It gives me that vibe.
Which one? The one where Megan
Megan.
Fox is a robot?
No, Megan, the
The
doll.
doll?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen it. It's robots.
She's like a little robot doll, and it's like they give it to this girl who like lost her parents, and it's supposed to be like her best friend, but then it becomes like emotionally attached and wants to unalive anyone that comes in proximity of the little girl.
I love it.
That
cute.
it gives me that robot though.
No, that's
like,
scary.
yeah.
There's one with Megan Fox as a robot. Have you seen that one?
No, but
She's
I know
like
which one you're talking
a
about.
robot, like
yeah.
stepmom or something like that.
Yeah.
And she's kind of like scary too. Yeah, I don't like that at all. I thought it was like a cute little like,
Like a
R2D2
dog.
or something. Yeah. Yeah, that would be kind of cute, I guess.
like a Wally.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet. Yeah.
That would be cute. That's creepy and
no,
big.
that's like intimidating because it's also
Yeah.
tall and skinny. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, body shaming. The robots. No, that was scary. I don't like it. I don't like robots. I don't like the new technologies. No, I don't like it.
No, it's
But could they like would the world exist if it was just robots?
that's a good question. Like, how would it? I mean, I guess like it existed without people before, so I'd assume it would exist again.
Wait,
but
how
they
long has
need purpose, right? So they need purpose. So unless
the world needs purpose?
The
the robots
robots?
will not, they won't keep existing unless they have an actual purpose. And you can write into their software like, okay, your purpose is to stay alive, but it's still not enough. Like you can't call it an existence.
Right. So is the world here forever?
Depends what you define as the world, like life itself, like
Yeah. Is it just
us,
always the
or-
ocean's always gonna be here?
Oh, you know what? That's it. There is another hot topic.
I know you're going there. I queued you up for it.
Oh.
No, I didn't. I just knew. I knew what you're talking about.
You know
I
that
didn't cue
they've
you
been
up.
talking about. So the government finally had hearings about,
Yes, I did hear
Aliens
about
and all
this.
that.
Yes.
and now what they say is that aliens are not coming out of space; they're coming out of our ocean.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the water is the source of life, so it makes more sense that there'll be life, coming out of the ocean rather than the empty
How
space.
are they breathing? Are they part fish or what?
Just like us, we're ocean creatures that made it out of the ocean. So,
Right.
but we don't know. We don't know what they breathe or how. But if we go into like the channel water mode, it's like if they are coming out of the water, they're not alien to us. They're part of our family in a way.
Okay. T. That's not what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to about Jonathan Bailey loving the ocean. I thought that, like, yeah, take it away.
Well,
and then he said that. And I was like, what? That's not what we discussed.
There was a TikTok of Jonathan Bailey like in the ocean.
He's coming from Moses' brand. Did you see it? No. You didn't see it? How much he was just talking about water and how much he loves it and how powerful it is and how it's always moving. And he's like, I just love the ocean when I buy it because he says he has a house by the water in England. And he's like, I just love being by the ocean and how it has its life of its own. He talks about the life of the water. And I was like, wow, okay, Water King coming. I told Moses to use a sound. You never did. It was viral. It was viral this
I
week.
will.
my
We didn't
God.
have time. We didn't have like a minute to because it's a long. I want to do the whole TikTok.
Oh, you want to memorize the whole TikTok? Okay. The long one. I thought that's what you were going to say. That was wild what you just said because I never heard that.
Yeah, it's just last week. It was big news.
Who said it?
In the government, like
Yeah, it
actual
was like a-
government.
Oh, you heard about it.
I heard about it
Yeah.
at Friendsgiving. The girls were really plugged into this one too.
Wow.
Yeah,
You love a Friendsgiving. I just realized you're going to go be at 2. You're gonna
that's true.
How many
yeah.
total are you going to?
I guess two. Well, that one on Friday, now ours. So
Oh my
yeah.
god! Okay, I kind of have a Friendsgiving story actually. It's not my story, but he said I could tell the story. One of my glam people, my makeup artist, today, he was talking about having this Friendsgiving. He did it called Dowsgiving, and he had this like big glam Friendsgiving. He hired like an event coordinator and got like a caterer and stuff like that. And I saw it and it looked so fancy. It literally like a Kardashian party. It was like this big tent in his backyard and candle lights and like all stuff like that. Yeah, it was like super, super fancy. And he's like, I got this caterer. I even looked at the caterer like beforehand. I was like, oh my God, this food looks so good. It's like mac and cheese. It's like all the like bougiest Thanksgiving and pastas and everything like that. And he was like so excited. And the dinner started at 8 and like the person's like at 7 o'clock, the caterer was just like, oh, like, I'm at an event, but my assistant's on the way. So, and he had already sent a deposit. And then anyway, so it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock rolls around. Oh, the assistant's almost there. Like she's going to pull up in like 10 minutes. And he's like, okay, people are showing up and they're supposed to be eating at 8. And then like 9 o'clock rolls around. He's like, hey, she goes, oh my God, so crazy. Like my phone hasn't been working. Like the assistant's almost there. Like she's coming with the food or whatever. And he's like, okay, well, wait, 10 o'clock rolls around and the person just stops responding. Like the caterer just stops responding. And this person has like a little bit of a following on Instagram. It's just like so, and so it was like 10 o'clock and they just get a refund for the deposit. And then the person just like blocked them or whatever like that to like not whatever. And then we went to the thing to see like if she was doing anything or what was happening. But so they ended up ordering, this is good to know, last minute Olive Garden can cater for like 50 people. They ended up ordering Olive Garden and Lucille's. But it's like, I never understand this. This happened to me. I don't know how detailed I want to get, but I guess it's happened a couple times. It happens a lot, right? Like I ordered like a bling basketball when Kobe Bryant passed away, like in January 2020. This person was like promoting like this bling basketball of Kobe Bryant, and I ordered one. And like still to this day, she'll be like, hey, I have the basketball, but I've like given her my address to be like, okay, send it here. Still to this day, never got the basketball. But I'm like, and it's like the person with the dress, the person who did the drag queen dress for Gia Gunn, the one I ordered. I literally every week will be like, hey, can I have a refund or can I have the dress? Oh yeah, working on it. Like, why do people just like, why don't you just block me? Why don't you just like not respond? Like, why do people insist on like, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming? I'm going on 4 years with the basketball and almost a year on the Gia Gunn dress. And then this person too was like obviously like they have this whole thing, like 50 people, whatever deposit, and they just don't show up. It's like, why do they say they're on their way when they're clearly not?
That is, especially in a professional like setting or whatever, that is kind of insane. I feel like it has to be some kind of mental, illness or something. I guess it sounds like something like I think I had a situation where I was supposed to like go out and like meet people for dinner, and I said I was gonna go, and I like was 50-50 on it, but I did end up saying no. I was like, I got like close, like I think I let them know like 2 hours before it was supposed to start. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to go, whatever. But I do know the feeling of putting something off, like, and saying, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get to it, and then just, like, not being able to mentally, but never, like, a professional, like work thing when someone's money is involved.
I guess I've done that before. I guess I've done it where I'm like, oh, I'm going to be there. But usually I just end up, like, ghosting. I don't know if that's any better, but I just, in my head, like, be a normal person and just ghost me. Don't keep saying it's coming. Like, I'm saying, like, 4 years. Oh, it's coming. I'm going to drop it off today. It's like, what? Like, and the other person's like, this is the family. I don't know. Tell me, maybe I'm wrong on this, but it's like, wouldn't you think it's better to just like ignore the person? Like, obviously, but I haven't gotten refunded. At least he got refunded his deposit, but I haven't gotten refunded from either of these people. And I'm just like, And I'm like, hey, can you refund? And then someone's like, oh yeah, I sent the refund. Like the person with the dress was like, I sent the refund. And I was like, no, you didn't. I'm like, send me a screenshot. He's like, I did. And I'm like, what is happening? And now it's just like a weekly thing where we just like touch base.
Check in just to go nowhere.
I'm like, I just really want to know what he's gonna say. It's just so bizarre. And this person was like, well, and I said, I'm like, oh, it's crazy because it looks so fancy. It looks so nice. I would never know. He's like, yeah, I didn't want to like, I took the L. I don't want people to know I took the L because everyone was like so excited for me or whatever. And I was like, I guess he didn't put her on blast, which I guess is like good. But honestly, the catering looked so good. I was like, I wonder if like because he booked her through just like a phone number because it was like a friend referral thing, not through his Instagram because he has a following. But I wonder if it was like through his Instagram where he has a following, if she would have still done that because he had more followers than her.
Oh.
I mean, I have a following and people still do it to me, but the catering looked bomb. And I was like, honestly, I want that food. I was like, should I try to book her? Because it looks so good.
Well, at least you would get the deposit back. Worst comes to worst.
Just
At least.
that's something important, something that you know that. You know.
I wanted to support because it looked actually so good. And he's like, yeah, that's what sucked because he like found her through a friend's party and he's like, the food was so good. And it was like, it looked like, and she's like a personal chef. And I was like, oh, I kind of want to hire this person. That looks so bomb, like all the food they made. But it is crazy. The Friendsgiving coming everywhere. Ours is, I found the DiGiorno Thanksgiving pizza I'm so excited about.
Oh, that's tea.
Turkey. Are you bringing the spring rolls?
Yes,
Okay.
it's by my apartment, so it's an easy pickup. Yeah,
And I'm having Moses pick up. He's gonna hate me for this one.
What's happening?
For my Friendsgiving on Friday, I'm having you pick up something.
I'm picking up something.
Yeah, what do you think I'm gonna have you pick up for Friendsgiving?
I don't know, your turkey from. What is it, Bristol Far or Gelson's? Or what is it?
Oh, you were so close. No, not that turkey. Remember last year I ordered 3 turkeys and you were so mad?
No. Oh my God. They still have them probably.
Yeah, we never picked up the rest of the turkeys.
We only picked up one and you ordered 3?
I ordered 3 ice cream turkeys from Baskin Robbins.
And it's huge. It's like this huge turkey cake. It's the most weird thing I've ever seen in my life.
It looks like a turkey, but it has like Oreo ice cream inside of it.
No, it looks like it's just weird.
Well, I ordered another one, and it's for pickup on Friday. So
just one.
Just one.
There you go. That's improvement.
It's actually like red inside. Like it looked like.
Well, last year they had the like Thanksgiving flavor ice cream, but this year I just got Oreo because I was like, let's just do that.
Okay, good. That makes me feel better.
Well, I got frustrated. Why I didn't pick up the last 2 is because the first one we ate, I was for TikTok and I filmed it and I never pushed record.
Oh,
So-
and I know you hate that.
I was over it. I was like, I don't even want to do it. It was like this morning with the photographer. He's like, let's do an iPhone. And I was like, you know what? Let's just not. I know I'm gonna feel
yeah.
And that's how I felt with ice cream cakes last year. I was like, let's just call it. So this year we'll try it again. Hopefully we push record.
Record.
I wonder
was
if when
so
I
sad.
go there, they'll be like, oh, we have 2 more on
I wonder if they still
here
have it. Yeah.
in the freezer.
I wonder what they did with those cakes because they're not cheap. They're like $60.
I mean, I hope they ate them.
Don't
took
eat
them
them
home.
or something. Yeah.
We love them. Our local Baskin Robbins. They're always like big fans.
Good ice cream.
Great ice cream. Malibu loves it. So that is our Friendsgiving. I can also Postmate spring rolls. You don't have to bring them if you don't
No,
want
it's
to.
literally
Okay?
down the street from me.
Don't feel like you have to bring them.
No, it's easy.
Okay.
It is potluck vibes.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that.
Yeah. Isn't that what
Just nobody's
Friendsgiving
cooking.
is?
Yeah.
Did you have to bring something to
Yeah, it
Anna's?
was Trader Joe's theme, so it was like bring your favorite Trader Joe's like snack or whatever.
I'm dead. That sounds the best theme ever. That's
Yeah,
so
it was a
good.
good
What'd you bring?
theme. The macaroni balls from Trader Joe's.
The fried ones?
Yes.
I just bought some. They're up in our freezer. I want to see. We were making Malibu chicken nuggets this morning. I was like, let's just throw in some of those mac and cheese ones.
Those
that
are
look
good.
So good. Those have always been my favorite. Did you warm them up there or you at your house?
I cooked them at my house, but then warmed them up there. So yeah.
I love a good Friendsgiving. I have no friends, so that's why we're doing it together. And my sister. I'll like, come over. And you guys, we're doing it for you, the patrons. Go to patreon.com/JustTrish if you want to
celebrate,
spend Thanksgiving.
yeah.
Friendsgiving. We'll have a virtual Friendsgiving. We should put that up this week.
Well, but every Thanksgiving we did twice. We did like a whole cooking.
Well, it's because we have divorced parents in our house that
but I'm
can't be
saying, with
together.
family and all that. We love cooking. Like I'm excited about cooking
I
turkey
love
this year.
cooking. I cook the best mac and cheese in the whole world. I'm so excited to do it again this year. It doesn't take long. Remember, I was like obsessed with making those mac and cheeses. I probably cooked like 5 of them last year. Mom said it was good, and she's like, I feel like a tough critic.
My
so
mom was shocked of how good. Because I don't
Really?
think, I
Yeah.
don't think she really had mac and cheese. Because usually we have like spaghetti with red sauce and spicy and kind of that direction. Never with cheese. And you had them with the crumbs
Oh, she
on
loved the
top
crumbs.
and the whole thing.
Wow.
Wow.
I was
And
very.
the cheeses were the right cheese. It was Very good.
Yeah, they're amazing. I can't wait to cook it again this year. It's delicious.
Maybe we should do a test run and we cook the whole thing.
Yeah, Moses cooked bolognese. We had a set built out in our other studio over there, and they were working till like 10 o'clock. And he's like, I'm going to go give him some bolognese. I was like, what if they don't want your cooking, though? But they ate it all. They liked it. And then he also brought him some sweets. I'm always just like self-conscious because I know I have like a kind of a dry, tasteless palate. So I'm like, wait, what if this is like only good to me and not other people? But so far, all your cooking has hit for everybody.
Also, if they don't like it, it's fine. It's better than nothing. I like to host. If somebody's
Yeah.
at my house, I'm going to give you drinks and food and sweets. And you know what I mean? Like it's hosting people and they worked all day into the night.
No, it was nice,
So,
but I know me. I hate
I'm not
everyone's
worried
cooking.
about it.
So I'd be like, I'd feel obligated to eat
Yeah.
something. I'd be like, oh, I don't want to eat this.
And I feel
But
confident because it's a pretty simple thing. It's spaghetti,
Yeah, like a universally.
You can eat with less
Yeah.
sauce, with more sauce. I served it in a way that they can make it their own.
spaghetti meat sauce. The best meal ever. Next to Olive Garden chicken tortellini. We got so sidetracked from
I
hot topics.
know.
Okay.
From you, Jackman, to
yeah, We're back.
you don't even know that we
We left, but we left. We left, and we got the headshots. Everyone, do not worry. Patreon.com/JustTrish to purchase it. I feel confident about it. Irma lives very far away. She's like, this was 2 hours away, and I felt really bad asking her last minute, but she was just like, I'll come up. I know she's like quick with it too, so I was like, we're on it. We're good. We got our cosplay. I think we really ate with that.
Yeah, it was pretty exact.
We looked exactly like them. We were both holding our breath and goes, just relax. I'm like, but if I do, my belly's gonna
We're
pop
sucking
out.
in, yeah.
But we did look skinny, so
We
I guess it
did.
worked out. Yeah, we saw them right away, and I was
And
like, okay.
pre-retouched looks skinny.
Yes,
so,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. I kind of gagged for a minute because usually I don't look. I'm like, let me just peek, and I was like, And after the iPhone photo today, I was just like, I look horrible. But isn't that crazy? Depending on like lighting, photographer, camera, like how different you look.
Yeah.
And we hugged.
Yes. Held hands.
I feel like we never really hugged.
No,
'cause I'm
we're
just,
both
like,
not very like
hug.
touchy people.
I'm
Yeah.
just like not a hugger in general. Like I don't like love hugging people, but it was great. It was a nice hug. I do. I guess I should hug people more often. I don't know. You're not a hugger. You don't really hug people either. We're just not huggers. I don't know. It seems more invasive these days after like COVID to like hug someone.
Yeah.
Because I do like to hug like fans or supporters or whatever. But yesterday it happened where these girls were at the nail salon and they were like super, super sweet. And I could just tell like we were very similar. And they were sisters and we gave hugs or whatever. And then like halfway through, like we were talking and then she was telling a story. She goes, yeah, I'm like really sick right now. And I looked at her, I was like, you are? Because I was like, oh no, I don't want to get sick. Oh, I mean, just like allergies. But her eyes were like irritated and
Oh,
red. And she was like,
no.
and I was like, no, we just hugged. I was like, please don't get me sick. This is not the time that I need to get sick. But I ate some grapefruit. So hopefully I stay.
Cancel it out.
I was like, no. But it is kind of an invasive thing, I guess, to hug someone because even if you're not sick, people could carry germs and they don't know it. Anyways, but feel free to hug me at Trishmas. Get your tickets now. San Diego. I'm eating lots of grapefruit to stay nice and healthy. It's a lost art form. I don't know. Hugging.
Hugging? Oh, I thought you were talking about grapefruit.
Grapefruit too. I know. Tana's like, I feel like I'm getting kind of sick. And I was like, oh my God, eat grapefruit. She goes, I hate grapefruit. I was like, oh no, everyone hates grapefruit in my life. It's so good. It's such a slay, but eat it if you're feeling sick. All right. We have a few more hot topics to go.
I feel like this is a story. I don't know. I'm interested to get your take on it, see if you relate to it. But SZA recently spoke out about how she regretted getting her BBL. She said, I'm so mad that I did that. So I thought it was kind of interesting because obviously the BBL was such a trend. I feel like both
Everybody.
men and women were getting it done. So she got a BBL back in 2022. And back then she said, I treat my butt like a purse. It's just there to enhance whatever else. And that's why I pay for it. I always wanted a really fat ass with less gym time. But now she did an interview with British Vogue and she said, I'm so mad that I did that. She said that I gained all this weight from being immobile while recovering, trying to preserve the fat, and it was just so stupid. But then she kind of switched up on herself. She said, but who gives a F? You got a BBL, you realize you didn't need that. But I need to get my effing mental health together. Not to say you can't do those two things simultaneously. Just for me, I realize wherever you go, there you'll be. So she regrets it, but then is happy that she has it. She kind of goes back and forth about it. But I thought it was interesting because it was such a big trend. And now I feel like it's not as like popping, I guess, anymore.
Yeah, people are now like, oh, they're out, the BBLs. Wherever you go, there will be, as a Mike Brady quote. I was like, wait, where did I hear that before? From the Brady Bunch movie. He's like, wherever you go,
You
there
and
you'll
SZA
be.
do give me similar vibes.
I love SZA.
I do too.
I want her on so bad, like everything about her. And I also relate to this because I also switch up on my BBL where I'm like, ooh, I regret it. Also, wherever you are, there you'll be.
Yes.
And like, period. Yeah, they were such a trend. I think that's like lips too, right? Everyone was getting their lips done, and then now people are taking. Me too. That's the one thing I wish I could take back is my lips because I'm trying to get them dissolved, and I swear they're just like permanent. They're like cement in there, like they do not come down. I've gotten a little dissolved off top, but like they do not come down. Like I tried to like dissolve, and they will not come down. So BBL, do they flatten over time? Because it is like a fat injection. I wonder what kind she got. Did she get like her fat injected or?
I think she said the fact. She specifically talked about like gaining weight or whatever, and like not wanting to like lose the weight just in case. So
that's what's crazy to me. I have the tiny girls who have no fat, and then they gain weight to get the BBL so they can like transfer the fat. I'm like, okay, if you don't have any fat to begin with, maybe you don't need a big old booty. You know what I mean? Like I had a ton of fat, but my butt was wide but very flat. So I was like, oh, this makes sense for me because I had such a huge belly. So they did take some off my belly and put it in my hips and my butt to kind of make it more like a shelf. Because mine was like super like flat like that. It was wide. It was huge, but like flat. And it did. I love mine. Mine's very like natural looking. I think it's just like a little bit very subtle because my doctor was old and he was very just like the minimum, which I kind of appreciate. So no one would know. Everyone's always like, your boobs are fake, your BBL. Like I would never know because it just looks like part of my body. But I regret my implants. I regret my lip injections. I don't regret the BBL. But people like talk about it like so like it's so invasive. Mine was so like easy. So I don't know. Maybe I got like a very different thing than other people got because I know people like it's the most invasive like surgery. To me, it was like the easiest one for me.
Really? But
yeah.
Did it hurt though? Like
no, everyone was telling me it was like it feels like I got hit by a truck or something.
Yeah, that's what everyone always says.
Mine didn't at all. Like it felt just like I don't know, just sore to me, like tenderness. Like, I don't know. It really didn't hurt. And I consider myself, Moses doesn't think so. I think I have a low pain tolerance. I thought my boobs hurt more. I thought like lip injections hurt more. I didn't.
She has a really high pain tolerance.
Really?
You think?
Yeah.
I think I don't. That's so funny you say that. I'm like a baby. I didn't have to go get.
You obviously don't know how other people feel, but I can compare to other people. And because I've never seen you even cry out of pain. You know what I mean? Like people cry from pain and you don't even flinch. Like she'll be normal, and then later on, I'll find out she had like the sharpest pain in the stomach or something. Like you wouldn't even know.
That was me on TikTok this week. My mom's like, "You didn't look like you were in pain." I was like, "Well, I was. I was in a stabbing pain." That's true. Actually, I did the interview with Aubrey while I thought I had gallstones or something. I was on TikTok because I had these like sharp pains. I felt like I kept getting like stabbed like every 10 minutes. It was like the worst pain like ever, and it was like so crazy. And like when I was doing the interview, I had them, but I was keeping it cool. But then right after I went into the bed, and I was just like, "Oh, I'm like feel like I'm dying." It was like so weird. I don't know what it was. Everyone said gallstones, but I don't think it was that.
You never found out?
No, something like a lot. And they still kind of hurt. I think it's like something when I eat fried food because I had fried food yesterday and I started feeling those sharp pains again. So maybe it is gallstones. I don't know. And maybe I do have a high pain tolerance because everyone's like, no, if you had gallstones, you'd be like crippling over. And I was like, well, I kind of felt like I should, but I kind of just was like plowing through.
I guess that's like a blessing and a curse because you could be going through it and like not really know.
I'm the opposite of a hypochondriac. I'm like, it's fine. I like survived, so I should probably go. I'm going to the dentist tomorrow, so maybe the MRI will be next for my gallstones.
Yeah.
So. But the BBL, I don't know. I think there are people who go so extreme. Not to say anything looks crazy, but I mean, yeah, people go extreme with them for sure.
Mm-hmm. And didn't Manny MUA said he got one, right? Didn't like Jacqueline?
Did he?
Allegedly, maybe I could have I could be misremembering, but I thought when Jacqueline Hill went on their podcast with Manny and Laura that she like clocked him on the BBL.
And what did he say? Like, do you know?
I'm trying to remember.
That's kind of everything. He like never said it, and she clocks him. Like, remember when you got that BBL? I love Jacqueline Hill still referring to her.
No butt implants, but had a BBL in 2014.
Oh, he got it before like everyone because mine was like 20.
Oh.
What was mine? 2017 or something. Okay, that makes sense. He does have a nice booty. You know that one where he's like walking on the runway with James Charles?
Yes.
He does have like a good booty. I know people make fun of him for the way they walk or whatever, but like he has a good little booty there.
And did James Charles got one, I think, right?
I mean, I would assume
because it is
petite and he has a bubble butt. I mean, it's cute. It's cute. I like it. What do you think? In general, not about James Charles.
Oh yeah, it was just. Oh yeah, he did get a BBL.
He admitted he's talked about it?
Yeah, he confirmed his own BBL.
That's cute.
I like when you can confirm it. Then you know it's like, I don't know. Same with like any procedure really though, because I think it's good to know that like, you know, if you have a similar body type to like a James Charles, he didn't just, you know, did squats and then all of a sudden got it. Because, you know.
That's what's right. Like the Kardashians, I think they all swear their butts are real. And I'm like, They're wild because they've lost so much weight and they're so tiny, but then have like the biggest, humongous butts on the show. And I was like, that's crazy. You wouldn't admit that. Like, you have to admit that. Like, that's
Yeah.
crazy. And we've seen the transformation of butts. Like, no matter how much food you eat and go to the gym, like, it doesn't just all go to your like.
Yeah, and it's hard to do. I don't know. I think I heard recently, like for me, I don't know. I always kind of had like a butt because I was bigger and like I have bigger legs. And then someone said this to me and it made sense. Like, oh, well, like if you're heavy, then like almost every day is leg day because you're carrying around like 300 pounds.
You would think, but I still have like cottage cheese thighs. Like mine are still very like floppy. Like you would think I'd be like strong too.
But your legs are probably really strong. Like if you were doing like leg workouts, because for my legs, like I can press a lot of weight on my legs, and it never really made sense to me because even when I was just starting out, I was like, my trainers would be like, "Oh, you have strong legs," but then someone said to me, "Oh, well, if you're like carrying around 300 pounds for like 20 years, then that kind of
That's true. I actually am pretty strong. Like I can be on the ground with both my babies and like go straight up and pick them up. So I guess that's kind of like
a squat, yeah.
Right, it's like a deadlift almost. It's like
deadlift,
woo, yeah, like just all together. I'm always pretty impressed with myself.
Yeah, see,
that could be.
That is kind of tea. So,
I just wish they looked firmer. Like Jake Paul's girlfriend or whoever that was with him, like she had like really good legs. I was like, and then someone said she was like a speed skater. I'm like, that makes sense because her legs were so tea. I was like, those look so good. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I don't know. Luckily that's the one thing I guess I never had to think about was a BBL. So
but do you care about other people's butts like when you were dating?
Yeah, I think I was more into butts than
like chests or something.
Yeah, although chests, I've seen the new thing for guys now is like bigger pecs, and like now they're doing fillers in pecs, but that seems scary. I don't know. Like I'm not anti-filler, but filler like right there is a little scary to me. I don't know.
I think I heard Gabby Hanna talking about she got filler in her nose to like make it small, and it was like you could go blind getting it. I was like,
so
that
close
scares
to the
me.
Eye. Yeah,
I'm not against it either. Just like the procedures to do anymore. Even BBLs, like people like have like died getting BBLs. I'm like, I like the idea of them. I'm glad I got mine, but is it like, you have to really think like, is it worth it? Like at the time when I got mine, I was like, 50-50. I don't care if I'm here or not. So I think I was depressed at the time. But now I have kids. I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to like, I do need to get my implants either out or like redone. I think I'm going to get them out. But even that, I'm like, oh, the surgery is going to be so scary.
At least that one is like, I feel like as far as plastic surgery goes, is like the most, run of the mill.
Yeah, that's why I'm always shocked BBLs have the most complications because like implants, you're putting like, like foreign objects in you near your heart and your chest, but like butts, it seems all like fat and stuff. So I'm surprised there's so much risk with it.
Yeah, I don't know the science behind it.
I don't either because there's no like arteries there that you could hit or anything.
Yeah, that actually is a good point. I don't know what the science is with it.
I know people are like, it's like the most dangerous surgery you can get, but I was like,
yeah.
I guess if you take too much out or if you don't have the fat to begin with or.
It is so interesting. I have no idea. And it is like, I don't know. I think like for me working out, like I never had to deal with it, but I do like a butt. I mean, I like a chest too, but I guess if I had to pick one, I guess a butt.
Really?
I guess so. Yeah.
I never looked or think about it ever. Even in real life, I'm never like, that's a good butt.
I think I notice more so like if there was like nothing, and then it's like I don't know if it's like super flat, you get kind of excited, like oh they're hot, then it's like
no butt,
nothing, nothing to grab onto.
I love at the beginning of the episode we're like let's stop talking about bodies.
Oh yeah,
like,
at least it's unspecific.
Very unspecific, but if you have an indented butt, that's okay too.
Yeah,
you know
what
I mean?
It's just
someone
preference.
will like it maybe. I feel like there is again everyone has like a thing that they like are really into, and I bet there's some people who just love a flat.
Honestly, yeah.
I don't know. Like it seems like for me, I don't. The butt doesn't do much for me.
See?
So if you're flat, I couldn't even tell you if anyone I've dated has big butts or little butts. I don't even know. I'm just
really?
like, yeah.
They maybe it's no more butts. Of a gay thing. I don't know.
No, I know girls like butts. Like everyone's like, ooh, look at that. When they show a butt. Like Mike Tyson, I was like, ooh, look at that.
Who said that?
I don't know. Somebody probably did.
It's like those memes. No one.
One. I didn't see it. Now I want to see it. It probably looked nice, I'm sure. I like a little squeeze of the tush, Yeah, walkers, people who work out. Moses used to walk a lot when I first met him, so I remember thinking like, wow, his butt is so perky. Like I guess so. Everyone I dated must have never had a butt because you're the first person I know that had one. I was like, wow, you have a little butt on you.
Yeah, if it stood out, then that's probably why.
Yeah. I actually don't know if I've seen anyone's butt else besides Moses's. I don't think I've ever looked at another person's butt.
Wow.
They always kind of gross me out a little bit. In general, like just the idea of like a butt. I'm like, ooh, I don't want it because they're hairy. There was somebody I dated that used to have like my sister used to be my assistant and she'd help me like change my sheets and he'd always have like skin marks on the sheets. And so one time I looked at his butt and he had it like in his hair too.
That is rough.
Is that gross? Okay, I don't know. Like, yeah, that was bad. I was just like, and I think ever since then I was like scarred from butts. And my sister always tells that story to everyone who will like say it. Go to our Patreon, she'll retell the story. She was so traumatized. She's like, never again. I was like, well, it came from his hair. She goes, but how do you think it got there?
Yeah, that is rough. That is rough.
Ugh, okay.
Bidet. That's why.
Yeah, you swear by a bidet. He brings a portable bidet with him everywhere. Like, he loves a bidet. I should try to use it. I like the idea of both. I don't know if I just want to like, because after you use the bidet, how do you dry it out?
The fan, right?
Oh, there's a
Fan or there's heat that
We have a
comes
fan
out.
upstairs? No, we don't have a fan. We have a fan in ours?
Yeah, or you just use a toilet paper or a towel, but it's more to dry yourself, not to smudge it all over yourself.
Maybe for your anniversary, I'm going to get you a bidet in our bedroom because we only have one in the guest room. And when guests are here, he gets so annoyed because he has to take his portable one with him to another bathroom. So I was like, maybe I'll get him a bidet in our bathroom. Are they expensive? My dad said they were like $7,000 or something.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the good ones. Like I've installed many projects, like $5,000-$6,000.
Should we get one for your
Whoa.
anniversary?
I think we should get one, but not as a gift.
That's my.
Oh,
Well, you would want it.
that
You
is
would
a good
use
gift.
it.
I think that's a good
Yeah.
gift.
I think so too.
I don't think appliances are a good
I
gift.
want-
Oh, he doesn't
refrigerator.
want to set the appliance like precedent.
I like it. I'm not someone who hates on it. I would like a pink fridge out there that sees through. That'd be so dope. I like practical gifts you'll use. I gave my sister a Dyson wet vacuum and she
That's
loves
what
it.
she asked. She
Yeah,
wanted
she
it.
was obsessed with. That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna like want something, that's what you should get. Period.
I've seen YouTubers be sponsored by bidets before.
Really?
Yeah.
Any bidet companies reach out. I wish we had a gold bidet. That would be so bougie.
would be fierce,
like a
yes.
gold plated bidet. I would maybe start using it if we had one in our bathroom. That'd be so cool. I love the idea of it. Maybe. I guess it could be a little extra clean. I would like the idea of both, like wiping and cleaning.
Yeah,
A
just
little.
double safe. Yeah, that's fair.
But to have water shoot up there, I guess it's like taking a shower. It kind of just like
Yeah, it's
rinses
a mini
down.
shower every time.
You're not Betty Blanco. You shower multiple times a day with your butt, your booty shower. I'm with you, SZA. Come on the show. You're a queen. I love her voice.
She is like always on Instagram. I always see like a random like reel and it's always like liked by SZA and it's so funny to me. She liked one of you. What
Yes!
was it? I don't even remember
Yes!
what it was. Oh, it was one of your Chapel cosplays that like
No, really?
that she liked.
It was on someone else's page, right?
Yeah,
Like,
not
I remember,
even yours. Yeah.
I was like, love this. I know people were like freaking out, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna follow her and see if she'll go on my podcast. And I was like, oh, she has like so many followers. Like, we'll never
she's
see
really
it.
famous. Yeah.
I sang with someone this weekend. Have you ever seen on TikTok these two guys that sing in their kitchen? They're like in the corner of their kitchen and they bring like guests on.
Yes.
Like Kristen Bell did,
Yes.
like Love is an Open Door. So I went and I sang with them. They invited me. Joshua, who was on our podcast, actually texted me. He's like, my friend, he does these like kitchen videos, like singing in the kitchen. Like if he wants to go on there. Like they're phenomenal singers, like amazing. He's been on like I Can See Your Voice. Like they've been on a lot of stuff. He's like so good. He was on Ellen when he was like 8 years old. He was like one of the like correspondents on Ellen. So Anthony, he texted me, and then Jonathan is also like his singing partner in the kitchen. They do these at kitchen. It's in Jonathan's house. And anyways, they were talking about like some of the people they have coming up, which are like huge stars. They've had like Christian Bell. They've had like a lot of huge people come through. Tori Kelly. Is it Victoria Justice? Victoria Justice. They've had like a lot of people. And anyways, we sang, it comes out this weekend, but we sang Popular, which was like so cool. I was so excited because it's coming out in Wicked Time. I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. I was like, wow, you guys could literally get Ariana Grande. And he's like, oh yeah, I grew up with her. And I thought he meant like grew up on her music. And he literally was showing me videos, Jonathan, of him and Ariana like singing duets from like
What?
10 to 15. They're like wearing Wicked shirts at like 15 years old. They're singing Beauty and the Beast to each other. They're like tale as old as. And I'm like, why don't you post this? Because he has like 4 million followers and they sing with all these famous people. I'm like, she'll 100% sing with you. And he's like, no, I don't want to post it because it comes out like I'm a fan. I was like, but that, because they book everyone themselves, like Kristen Bell, like everyone, they just DM themselves. And I was like, oh my God, you should post that. And he still doesn't post, maybe, but hopefully by now when Wicked comes out, he'll post it. But it was such a flex. I was like, I wouldn't shut up about this. I would post this everywhere. It was him and Ariana. And Ariana was like 10 years old singing with him. Like, it's so cool. It's like such a cool thing. So Jonathan, please post it. But also keep our Popular, because I thought about it. I was like, what if they like do get to her and then she sings Popular with them and then mine gets cut? Because we kind of sang, we kind of ate. They like harmonize with you, which is like super fun because I'm not really a good singer, but I sounded like a good singer because they kind of go, like their voices amplify mine. So we sound like we're like, and they were great. They kind of gave me like vocal lessons. I do think I kind of ate on that because they were giving me vocal lessons and like how to hear pitch and tone and keys and all that stuff like that. So they were really sweet boys. I couldn't believe it. They literally sing with like the best singers in the world. And I was like, wow, thank you for wanting to sing Wicked with me. That's so wild. And it was the happiest moment of my life. But anyways, I hope Ariana, I'm manifesting that for them. Jonathan and Anthony on TikTok singing in their kitchen. They have some really big famous people coming up too, so I hope Ariana gets on there because it'd be cute. Or Cynthia, or all of the above. They're like literally the best singers that I've ever heard in my entire life. And then when I saw him singing with Ariana Grande, I was like, this is such a flex. And he's like scared to post. I was like, post it. She'll see it. So that was my little hot topic. All right. Well, we kind of went through this whole episode with no drama.
Wow. I know, T, right?
Just
right?
fun lookalikes,
Yeah.
BBLs,
Yes.
Chappell and Bowen.
But there is a Brianna Chickenfry update, and I don't know. I think we can have a good take on this because we're older and have gone through similar-ish, similar-ish. Not obviously what she's going through is a lot, but thematically kind of similar. So she is showing that she's getting over Zach Bryan. She posted a TikTok where she was kind of like canoodling with another hot guy, and she calls him like the Australian. And the caption was, sometimes all you need is an NYC sunrise and some good pals. And it kind of like shows her cozying up to like another guy, and he's wrapping like his arms around her.
Wow.
And kind of like talking intimately. And that's who she calls her Aussie boy. And she said, I'm hanging out with one of the Australian boys just for fun. Like, we're just going to have a fun day. It's nothing crazy. So I get the sentiment, because I feel like I've been there, you know, when you like just got your heart broken and you're like, I want everyone to know that I'm hot and I'm going to like hang out with hot guys.
Absolutely.
I get the theme of it, right? But me as like the boring older person, I'm like, girl, just, you know, I think just keep it a little bit offline. I don't know.
Sure. Especially because she's so like, when the breakup happened, was like, I really hope, like, can you guys please respect my privacy and not talk about this? And it's like, well, girl. Nobody would have anything to say about this, and so I do think she's doing it for the like attention, obviously, both from Zach and from people. Obviously, there's a lot. She's like really it right now. They got 3 million views, like it is. But like that's the only reason you'd post something like that, right? Obviously, to make him jealous, but also like you want the attention from everyone else. So it's like, you know, for anyone who genuinely wants to be private or just like have fun in there, like, you know, she'd be like Liza Koshy and you never hear about who she's dating or anything like that. But I don't mind it. I mean, I would do the same thing. I'm not like mad at it for sure. After I had a breakup, I was like in Maui with Fabio on the bed, like rolling around billboards in LA. Like, I get it. But it also, like, you can't be at the same time then complain, like, why do people care? And I'm so sick of talking about it and stuff like that. So I do think she's like obviously doing it for a little attention, which is nothing wrong with it.
No, I think again, it's just like the older person who's kind of been there. I'm like, I get you have to like kind of go through those eras, and I'm like, girl, especially when she's kind of known for doing like the really quick turnarounds and stuff. Yeah. And someone even commented that was fast, and she replied, "Well, I was cheated on my whole relationship, so yeah."
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I get it. She's young. She's in her 20s.
28.
Yeah, so I mean, I get it. I get that. I think it's like if it's us in our 30s, like me and Moses break up and I'm just like, oh, found someone new. Like, you know, it's kind of like weird. I guess when you're like young and it's like not that serious and like that guy like whatever. Yeah. But she seemed to be like in love. Like they were gonna get engaged. They were gonna do all this stuff, and it is kind of like wild. It just shows something like she's like obviously hurt and upset.
Yeah, I think again I think she'll one day look back and be like, I guess I shouldn't have done that, because that's how I am. Even
me too.
When like I was like obviously. And like no one cared, like, you know, like no one was invested. I wasn't like an influencer, like, and people were invested in my relationship, but still I was like, I want everyone to know that I'm with a guy. Yeah. You know?
Yes,
like,
yeah.
Let me Instagram story our legs. You know what I mean? Like no one cares. Like literally no one cares.
Me and Moses when we met. I was like Instagramming our hands. I was like, look at our hands together. Yes. Like it was but you just want that feeling. And I think that's something so normal. So I'm all about it. I was like, you know, do it to it.
Retrospectively, I'm like, yeah, just kind of keep things for yourself.
But yes. 100% will regret all of it. But it's good entertainment. She's making money, and in the moment it feels good. I regret so many things that I posted with people. I'm like, or videos. I'm just like, why? Literally. But I think Brianna has like a very like specific brand, and this kind of fits her branding right now. So, and people like, people are gonna comment on it, but it's good engagement. I'm jealous of the engagement, honestly.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
You know, it is crazy. They're ending BFFs without Dave. It's just gonna be Brianna and Josh. I'm like, I know there's like Bryce, Jason, Josh, Brian, Noah. Like, there's just so many people, and I'm just like, wait, which one? Bryce.
I know,
Josh.
it is. I was thinking about that too. I was like, first of all, I think they got a People magazine write up.
They paid. Just kidding.
I think that's how they announced it was via People Magazine. I'm pretty sure. But
wow. Well,
yeah.
it's very easy to announce something in People, just FYI. They literally like, whenever you want to announce, let us know. By the way, I'm going to be in Us Weekly. Just a little flex
then
right
you
there.
know they had a PR company.
First of all, I didn't have a PR company for Us Weekly.
No, for
well.
I'm saying like if BFFs does something in People Magazine, you know what I mean? It's
Well,
like,
I have a write-up in Us Weekly, and I did not pay for it. And it's coming this Friday. I have an announcement this Friday. Everyone, I have an announcement. I am very excited. And Us Weekly interviewed me, and he was super sweet. And he literally said at the end of the phone call, I kid you not, because the other people that were on there, this like PR company that's not mine, with this like company I'm working with, they were on the phone call to verify. But he's like, oh my God, thank you, Trisha. This was so fun. He's like, I've interviewed Beyonce, and I was more starstruck for this interview.
I love that.
He literally said that. Maybe he was exaggerating, but I still loved it, and it made me feel really good.
I
And he was great. And he literally DM'd me. He's like, thanks so much for the interview. And he's like, anytime you want to like announce something, come to Us Weekly. So sorry, people. I'm an Us Weekly girly. But maybe I'll have the cover. I don't know. I don't think so. But that's so funny.
God.
Yeah, that's funny they announced it that way. Because like, I care because we're in it, but do people really care that much? I guess.
Even at my work, I don't know, people were talking about it, which was
Really?
random. I was like, they sent it in like the news alert like channel. They were
Wow.
like, Dave Portnoy is leaving BFFs, and I was like,
Wow.
okay, like
Yeah, random.
I was
Okay.
like, okay.
So
this
random.
will be the real test though. Like, was he what was holding this podcast together? Like, are they going to get the same views after he leaves?
I don't think so. And I think a lot of people echoed my sentiment. And I know you're not the biggest Dave Portnoy fan, but everyone's like, Dave kind of makes it because he's like old. He has so much money. He doesn't care about getting canceled. He like says like what he wants to say and like it does the pushback, which is like kind of like the Wendy Williams effect, right? Where you kind of don't care. Like I wish I could just be like win the lottery tomorrow and just say whatever I wanted and not care about like whatever. But I think that was like the like allure to it is kind of like, oh wow, this is kind of like, I don't know. He doesn't care. He's funny. He'll ask these questions.
Yeah.
Where Brianna and Josh, like, I love them, but also, like, they're not asking HOARDING questions, which I don't either. But I'm just saying, like, they don't bring, you know what I mean? They're not, like, bringing much as far as that. Their lives are good. Like, well, not Josh. You know what? I applaud Brianna for opening up her life because there's nothing more than I hate in like a podcast when someone shares their entire life and then the other host is like, oh, but my life's off limits. Oh, I'm private. It's like you're on a BFFs podcast where you're all supposed to like contribute something. And Dave even talked about his breakup with Silvana. Like, you know, bring something. And Josh doesn't talk about like anything. He's so vague. Even when he's like Nessa Barrett one was like such a big thing, he was still like very much like, oh, we're private. Everything's fine. We don't want to talk about it. It's like, no, this is the juice I want. So he doesn't bring much, but. Brianna should start her own podcast, honestly.
Doesn't she have Plan B?
Well, start it up again. I don't know.
I was like,
TTT,
wait.
yeah. Maybe just stick to that.
That's what I was kind of wondering. I was like, even though I don't, again, I've only seen a negative reel of Dave Portnoy talking, like being kind of misogynistic. I haven't really seen, the highlight reel besides, beyond Brianna Chickenfry. But I get the allure because like he's like, oh, I'm getting too old to talk about like young drama, but I feel like that's why you were tuned in to see like an old guy kind of like give his take on this kind of drama.
Yeah,
right?
it's hard for like young people to get behind that, but also like I love that that's his like excuse, but also like you're an old guy that has continuously dated young women, and that doesn't stop you. I would like to see you quit that. Let's quit dating young women. Once you date a 40-year-old, then I'm like, wow, he has changed. He is trying to be a different person, but I'd rather him talk about gossip than date like someone in their 20s that want to be married with kids, So
maybe he took our advice. He's changing in his environment. He's
yeah,
gonna be
maybe
now with
he said
older
that's
people.
okay. Well, I will believe it when I see it, but it won't be the same. It just won't. Period. But
and it's like, oh, isn't it very similar then to Plan B, like Brianna with someone else?
yes,
like,
yeah.
How can you have the two? Because it's also like you talking about
Your life.
and life and gossip, right?
Yeah.
That's the same one.
That's why what like me and Tana's too. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, like Brooke. It was like it's so different. It's like literally like a love line, like relationship dating advice. Like it has nothing to do with like our lives or things like that. But it would be weird. Like if me and Tana were like, let's talk about hot topics in our lives.
Gossip.
Yeah, it's like literally 3 podcasts now that talk about that. Like it would be so weird.
And
So
me and Brooke are starting our own podcast
Are
too.
you?
No.
I'm gonna gag. What would your concept be? I want to hear it.
Probably like cats or something.
That
like
would be cute. Start one. I love it. I love when people have like 5 podcasts. I still want to do. I always said, I'm like, I want to do like more podcasts. Like, we literally have a little like. By the way, we're building a set for our Patreon. Just FYI.
I love.
We found these girls and their wonderful husband. They're named Drip Dome. And I found them through-
love a Drip Dome. Yeah, they
you
do
know
all the
Drip Dome?
Halloween.
Yes. Drip Dome is so fabulous. They've done my garage so many different ways. And they helped out with the Love Line one. And then like now there's like space. And Moses was thinking like the back of that wall to be like our Patreon like set or something like that. So we're gonna build like, what do we think, like a little like pink wall or something, and a little table or something, just to make it like look like a set too.
Yeah, so it'd be like Patreon/Just Trish, and
yeah, and just have like lights and
make
stuff,
it-
because it just like elevates. It just looks like a little TV studio, and it gets you excited. And our Patreon is hitting so hard. We love our Patreon so much, and I was like, this deserves a little set. So because our Patreon set disappeared, and I was like, where are we gonna do our Patreon? That was our only fight this weekend. I was like, oh, where are we gonna do a Patreon? Maybe we'll do it by the pictures. He's like, no, the sound is so bad. I was like, well, where else are we gonna do it? I'm like, we need another house because I don't know where we're gonna do our Patreon.
That's the answer.
and he's like, no. Did we figure it out yet, or to be determined?
Yeah.
You did?
yeah, it's gonna be at the back of the hotline.
Oh, what are you gonna put back there for now? Because the Drip Dome girls are gone. Are you gonna put something up there
I'll make something for
by
now.
Friday?
Sure.
Really? No, I don't believe it. I mean, it's fine. We have our Friendsgiving. Maybe we should do like a little Thanksgiving theme one, or maybe not because holidays too. Anyways,
Somebody did ask that we'll do it at the like our Versace table.
well, we have a lot of that to clean up. It's very messy right now.
But all I'm saying, like it's some kind of like a Easter Thanksgiving, I guess.
I don't mind it, but
dinner.
then Malibu will be napping, and our Versace table's right underneath her bedroom. Okay, well. And our Drip Dome girls are gone. They're gone for a month and a half to New York, and I'm like, no, the sets. I mean, I don't know. Moses helps a lot too with that. He like cleared that whole area. You saw how messy it was. And literally
it's
like in 12 hours, Moses, I came home one day. I don't know where I was. Oh, I was at rehearsals, and I came home and it was just like all cleared. I was like, wow, it's been like that for a long time. And now it's so clean and clear now.
I mean, we did in one day. We did like lights, cameras, sound, or like the whole set, like, design of the furniture and everything in it.
Yeah. But that's so funny. Maybe I'll do one with Dave Portnoy. But do you want to do BFFs with me? I just do Just Trish with him. It's like the same thing, like Hot Topics, but Dave's version.
Oh my god, actually could be T. That's funny.
Or you and him could do one. You guys could do Taylor Swift podcast.
It would be so interesting to have him and like a gay person. I think it would be very interesting to see that combination.
Have you ever seen him with a gay person?
No, but I also in my
Crazy.
in like his defense, I suppose I've never really seen him. I've only seen a video of him at the Eras Tour, a video of him lost at sea, and then the BFFs.
What's Lost at Sea?
He was lost at sea one time.
Actually, or like a joke?
We talked about it here. I
Oh.
don't know what the tea with him being lost at sea was, but he was in a kayak and he had to like flag down like the Coast Guard or something.
Sounds fake.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know either, but
Yeah, he says he doesn't like when people come on because they like will ask to not talk about certain things. Like that's all I want to ask about then. And I was like, okay, you're problematic. Well, good luck to them. Honestly, I don't know. I don't think it should happen. I do think Brianna's a star. I think Josh seems nice, but he should go on what's the other one? The Dropouts. I feel like that's like one for him. Is that still around? Do you remember that? How did that just disappear? Like no one's ever talked about it. Like you never hear about him
my
anymore.
God, that actually is tea. What happened? Tara left.
Tara
and then
left.
That
Like,
was that.
Bye.
I guess they're just doing their thing now.
Are they? Are they still doing it?
I'm 95%
I
sure.
haven't seen even once on
Isn't that
TikTok or
crazy?
anywhere.
Yeah. He used to like pop up. I mean, I hope he's okay.
I think he's okay. I think I you know
Okay.
where I saw. Yeah, he's still posting.
Oh, good.
But
I want everyone to be alive and well, FYI.
yes, T.
I never want anyone sick and dying.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, T. I feel like that should be implied, but I guess you kind of have to say it
Yeah.
these days. Like, you know.
I would be sad if someone's like, oh my God, something happened to Jack Justice. I'd be like, oh my God, that'd be like, I'm so
Yeah.
sad. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy when people like die and be like, good. And it's like, okay.
I know. It's
Also, like, you won. They're not here anymore. So, like, it's so, that's my biggest fear is I die and I'm like, good. And I'm just like, okay, well, you never see me again. So, it's just so weird. People are so aggressive
know.
about it.
I know, T. But yeah, I did see he did like a Spotify event the other day.
Okay.
So yeah,
Well,
there's still
you know.
yeah. Shout out Zach Justice.
I guess he just kind of,
Yeah, shout out.
okay. That's it. No endorsement. Just, I'm glad you're okay.
Yes.
That's all. I want everyone to be okay. Always.
Yes.
We're just
Josh
having a little
Richards, yes.
Josh
you know,
Richards, too.
same,
He has
be
a
okay.
gorgeous girlfriend. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
She's so beautiful. So,
And
I
a,
was like,
and
wow.
a record deal, apparently.
Does
so
she?
not her, him. Remember that was the whole thing why that song
yeah.
had to get removed.
Wild. Okay. He's competing with Nessa Barrett on the Care Tour.
Pass Passenger
it.
Prince, the new single by Josh Richards.
That'd be everything. That's wild. He has a record deal, but good for him, I guess.
I guess.
No, but who else? Bryce Hall has a really attractive girlfriend too, and I'm like, I don't understand these girls. They're like women. They look like women. They're so like gorgeous and beautiful and feminine. And then it's just like these guys. They look like boys, not in a bad way, but they look like 16-year-old high school boys. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, how does it? And when you see them together, they just look so odd because you're like, wow, this gorgeous supermodel woman.
But you did just say you like when there's a gorgeous person with like a less attractive.
Period. You're right. And they prove it. And we love to see it. We do love Victoria's Secret bottles.
Dating normal guys.
Dating normies. We love to see it. Well, I hope Brianna's good too. She seems fine. She seems thriving.
Rebounding, yeah.
I follow
But
her
the main
now.
question is, what's Dave gonna do now?
Be
That's
rich.
a good question. I
Date
feel like
models.
I feel like he'll miss like giving his opinion on things because I
Yes.
feel like he just loves giving Dave's takes on situations.
Yeah, same. I don't think I would ever, like, even if we won the lottery, I'm like, I always want people to know what I have to think. Could you imagine
God
waking up
forbid,
and
yes.
no one caring? That would be awful. No, he definitely will be back for sure.
Maybe he'll be like a UFC commentator or some
Oh,
sports.
God, no. I think he had a good gig with this. I think he appealed to people, so I don't know. It's kind of weird. I know he doesn't need the money, but like you said, just the attention and notoriety of it all. I'm so glad that their setup is the worst. The Zoom. A Zoom podcast full time is crazy, especially now that's not COVID anymore. Because I remember when I did the podcast in 2020, it's December 2020, and I Zoomed in. I didn't even know, and this is like literally no shade, I literally did not know Brianna was even there. Because I think in Zooms, like it only pops up
The
to like
speaker.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I only saw like Josh and Dave and me. Never once saw Brianna pop up. And I was just like, so when she's like, oh yeah, she's been on our podcast before, I was like, I've never been on your podcast. I was like, oh my God, that's crazy because I didn't see it. And so Zoom would be like that. And they're all in different rooms. They did say they're going to come together, Brianna and Josh, to do like in-person ones. That'd be so much better. I think that's the way to go because it's just horrible to watch a Zoom interview.
Yeah, I am interested to see that format though.
Where it goes.
Yeah. I'm very intrigued. 'cause,
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Playing the cross, it just seems too similar, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah. And maybe Plan Bree's down. She hasn't posted in a while. Maybe that's done.
That's true.
Taking hiatuses.
And then, I don't know, focus on BFS. But I feel like Brianna and Grace have more chemistry, right? I don't know.
Well, definitely. I mean, I think they've been like
Yeah,
BFFs.
they have the history,
They should
so-
be BFFs. They're actual BFFs.
Or maybe they're just, I don't know, fold Grace into BFFs. I don't know.
But we don't know the situation what's happening there because it does
That's
seem a
true.
little
Yeah.
tension between them.
I don't know. That is interesting.
Yeah.
That's a lot going on over there at BFFs for once. So.
Ugh, thank God it's not here.
Yes.
We are having our Christmas episode. Our final episode will be December 19th, and we're going to all come in Christmas pajamas. I don't know if I told you that. Did I tell
No,
you that?
you
Okay.
haven't, but I love it.
That's what's happening. We're going to have a little rotation again. It's going to be good. I asked Jimmy. He said he's actually staying in town for Christmas. I'm like, when do you leave? He's like, actually, I'm staying. I'm like,
Okay, love.
Yeah, tea. So I'm able to do them all year round. No, we need a break. Everyone needs a break. And you deserve a break today. Have you tried McDonald's? They have a new sandwich that got me sick, actually, I think, allegedly. That white thing got me. Oh, so I had a bagel sandwich, just real quick on the gallstones, and I know we have to go. But just quickly, I had the bagel, egg, bacon, because we've missed the bagel, egg, bacon 2 weekends in a row now, and it's been really, really sad to me. So I went to McDonald's and got the bagel, egg, bacon, no cheese, and that's what I said. Then I ate a bite, and I was like, wait, I think they have cheese on it. And it was, but it wasn't cheese. I looked and it was like this like white liquidy substance. I showed it on my TikTok. There's evidence of it because I was like going to do a mukbang. So I took another bite. It was like, honestly, like it tasted like rotten eggs in my mouth. Like it tasted like so disgusting. And then like literally 12 hours later is when I started getting those violent like stabbing pains for like 72 hours after that. And still kind of to this day. So I don't know if it was from McDonald's. I'm going to believe it is because I couldn't eat anything else the rest of the day. I had some like chicken and rice. Yeah. But anyways, take your break anywhere else but McDonald's.
I'm like, oh my God.
Anyways.
The moral of the story.
Yeah. Anyways, have fun. Take care of yourself and your insides. We love you. We'll see you on the Patreon. Patreon.com/JustTrish. Bye.
Oh my God.